Broadcasting live from the edge of the unknown. Aliens, cryptids, ancient ruins, and ghosts. It's time to pull back the curtain. From Roswell's crash to the depths of the sea, shadows in the woods keep watching me. Whispers in the halls of a haunted past, and the Mothman's wings beating fast. It's Monday Night Mayhem, secrets collide, truth's been buried but it can't hide. Into stones and the stories they tell, from the pyramid's base to the deepest well. Black budget file, unmarked plane, Atlantis dreams in our DNA chains. Eyes to the skies, ears to the ground. We're hunting the truth till it's finally found. It's Monday Night Mayhem. Open your mind. What they won't show is what we'll find. From the Roswell skies to the depths below, the mayhem starts now. It's Monday Night Mayhem, secrets collide, truth's been buried but it can't hide. Into stones and the stories they tell, from the pyramid's base to the deepest well. Black budget file.
What is up, everybody? I hope that sounded okay. That was the debut of the new Monday Night Mayhem intro. I don't have the actual footage done, so that's why we did it this way.
What the hell is? What in the hell is Monday Night Mayhem? I thought this was the Ligma convention.
No, that's
like,
you told me that's next week.
No. What is up, guys? We are here, and you want to know the funny part? We started Monday Night Mayhem as a Halloween show, and so
Yeah.
I think it's fitting that 2 years later we have a Monday Night Mayhem Halloween show, and my profile picture is my favorite character in all of horror. The Grabber, played by Ethan Hawke.
The Grabber
Fantastic
would be your favorite character.
Okay, you know what,
The
bro?
Grabber.
He's actually a well-written character, okay? If you watch the
What does
Black
he
Phone
do?
1 and 2,
What does he do other than grab people?
have you watched Black Phone?
No, but here's something fun we're gonna do tonight, guys. We're gonna take a couple different horror villains and pit them against each other.
Okay, I'm telling you that the Grabber can beat anyone that you pick.
That's not true.
Yeah, I'm telling
He's
you.
not beat. No, that's not true.
Watch Black Phone, and then you'll be like, "Oh, Roman, you were actually right."
I'll need explanations
I'm
from
telling
chat. But I'll need explanations from chat. But however, I and Roman, other than having fancy Halloween profile pictures,
Are we revealing ourselves? Hey.
tonight I am your local vampiric cult leader. What's up, guys?
Nye,
This
I'm a
mask is
retard
creepy
in a
as
hood.
fuck. My eyes move. No matter where I look, I can see you, except for behind me. That's useless.
Why would you want to see behind you, though? What use would that be for you?
I don't know, dude. Ask the Goosebumps episode.
Yo, bro.
I don't know. I don't know what the use would be, Roman. You're just dark. Fuck.
This isn't Roller Rome rolling. Man.
No, I meant for your costume. God damn it. He's. I told you, put a spooky look under you, like you're telling stories.
I am the epitome of darkness. You know what? Fine. You want it to be all up on me? All right.
I'm the epitome of... All right. Yes. So he's Palpatine. You can tell by his fingers. Dude, I showed up, dressed up, and Roman was like, fuck.
Okay, first of all, I didn't know that we were doing costumes. Okay. That was my fault. I didn't know we were doing costumes. Okay. Secondly, I need to get into character because I am the epitome of darkness tonight. I am Dark RG energy.
Yeah, what up,
Yo, I was just talking about you, Cammy. I need to talk to you about something. I have a proposal for you, but I'll wait until we're off.
He has to tell you more than the proposal.
I have to tell you more than the proposal. Let's just say I did not
say it before we get into this.
Basically, all I must tell you is something very simple. Okay, there was once a man who crossed my path. And when he crossed my path, something happened to him. You see, he vanished from within the world of worlds. He was once lost, but then he found himself after he encountered me.
Oh, wait,
his whole entire life changed. His whole entire life changed after he met me, you see. Because when he met me, he was but a lonely virgin. Then, once I cast my spell on him, he found 10 wives. And bore 19 children. And gave birth to the Kardashians. I cursed the entire world.
All right, all for one.
Anyway.
I'm as confused as you, Cammy. I got all for one over here talking about, like... I don't fucking know. All right.
I'm trying to come up with...
Give me something spooky.
Well... I got something a little bit spooky, but let me just tell you something flat out. First of all, I think we should just get right on into it because we need to debate this right now because Roland said that my pick, okay, my pick for my favorite horror character, the Grabber, would not be able to go up against any other horror character.
No, his favorite horror character's name is the Grabber. That is fitting.
You know what? Okay.
Might as well have called her the fucking rapist. Like,
I mean,
I'm kidding.
Look,
I'm kidding.
If you mess with the Grabber, this is what happens to you.
You're gonna end up in the shed tonight.
I would assume you'll end up in more than just the shed, and more than just that will end up in you.
No, listen to me. What other horror movie villain pulls up to
a xenomorph
or her? Can I please speak? What other horror movie villain pulls up to their victim and pulls up in black balloons, tricks them, puts them into their van, takes them to their house,
and you go to their van, you're stupid.
Okay. Listen to me. Listen. Okay. So he has a magical black phone in the bottom of his house, right? And he doesn't necessarily give the phone powers, but he has powers from the house. Okay. And the main kid looks or is basically, there were other victims and the other victims talk to this kid through the phone. Anyway, point that I'm making is the Grabber beats Freddy Krueger. He beats Michael Myers. Yeah.
Okay.
They don't have any chance.
I got one he can't beat.
Who?
A xenomorph.
Nah, I think he's taking on a xenomorph
No, he's not.
pretty comfortably. If you
How?
watch Black Phone 2, yes.
How? How?
Because
How? You've never seen Alien. What does he do against the xenomorph? Their blood is acid that instantly kills you. What does he do? This is an apex predator, Roman. They kill
he
predators.
can transcend in the second movie, he can transcend space and time.
What?
So
What?
you
What?
have to watch it.
All right.
You have to watch it.
Hellraiser.
He literally like becomes like the universe essentially in the second movie. Essentially.
At the end? Is it at the end?
At the start of
You
at
can't
the start
use
of the
his fucking max ultimate fucking power. I'm talking about like power sets. I'm not giving you a fucking alien queen. Like I'm telling you, the xenomorph, a random ass fucking face hugger jumping on this motherfucker's face. Like he's done. Like I'm sorry.
Okay, here's what I will tell you. First, okay, the first movie grabber, I think you're right. Second movie grabber, no. Second movie grabber basically is like out of the is basically Freddy Krueger.
I got one.
Basically, he's Freddy Krueger.
I got one.
Okay.
Pyramid Head from Silent Hill, who's a manifestation of your fear. So he will be a manifestation of his fear and just fucking torment him and kill him.
The grabber doesn't have any fear.
Yeah, he does. Everybody does. That's the whole point. Neither did fucking Leon Kennedy. Right? Isn't that from that, or is that Resident Evil? I'm sorry. Speaking of, Albert Wesker is killing him.
You think y'all are underrating the power of the grabber, y'all?
Flip it.
Anyway.
Oh God! You know what?
What?
There's definitely a horror villain that beats him. Oh, The Thing.
Yeah, like. Am I a bad movie fan to say that I've never seen that movie?
You've also never seen Alien, so yeah, but you run a pop culture channel and you haven't not seen Alien. It's crazy.
You know what, bro? Listen, okay? I've seen the ones that are important. I've seen Back to the Future. I've seen Star Wars. I've seen Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
I've seen
more than most people have. So
I've seen Jurassic Park. Like, you know, I've seen Jurassic Park. I've seen, right. You know, Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
no,
okay, all right, but I'm telling you, you haven't watched enough like spooky shit.
Okay, genuine question here though. Like, how much horror movies have you seen? Because I wanted to ask you, like, genuine question. Triple threat between Michael Myers, Freddy, and Jason. Who would you pick in that scenario?
Jason, because you can't kill him.
Yeah, but Freddy's in your dreams, isn't he?
Freddy's a fucking joke by the fourth movie. He literally puts a kid in a video game and he's playing the video game with a joystick, like trying to kill him. It's hilarious.
Are you serious?
Yes, that movie's a comedy. It's like Freddy dies, the death of Freddy or some shit like that. Yeah, that movie's a comedy.
Wait, what?
It's hilarious.
No. Okay. I'm talking about the first Nightmare on Elm Street where, like, you know, Freddy is actually terrifying. That's the one that I'm talking about.
Okay, he'll kill Jason and Jason will just come back.
But then
okay, Michael if you Myers, don't put Freddy, if you just have Freddy with his base abilities, but you don't put him in his dream world, he's fucked. If they're at a neutral Coliseum, which is how I'm trying to do these fights, we're in a neutral Coliseum.
Okay.
Or you can put like certain ones on their home turf if the one guy has an advantage over the other one, right?
Well, who do you got then? Michael Myers and Jason then?
Like probably Jason, I would assume.
You haven't seen the Halloween films? I would
I
guess.
have. He just has like I've only seen like the first couple, but he has like a million fucking movies. Jason does.
Yeah, there's so many Friday the 13th.
Texas Chainsaw is dead immediately. He's fucking out.
What
And then
about
at the end of the fight, Saul's just gonna be like the dead body from Texas Chainsaw, and he's gonna get up and be like, na 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 na
actually,
na.
if you put them all into a Coliseum, actually, I think Saul walks out the winner. Actually,
No, he
I
doesn't.
think Saul just
He needs so much prep time. He's in a cancer bed, bro. Like he needs so much prep time. Are you serious? He's done though.
if you give him the prep time, Saul
He's not
wins.
Batman, bro. No. If they're all fighting, no, because then even still, Jason just eventually, after standing up enough times, makes it through everything and then just goes, like, he's done.
I guess. I don't know.
It's just an unfortunate circumstance for him to be up against Jason out of all of them. And I'm not even a fan of that character. I don't like those movies. I don't like slasher shit. I like aliens killing people in slasher ways. That's cool. I like spooky, scary shit.
You like zombie movies?
Some of them. I like Dawn of the Dead. Like Day of the Dead. Or
what about
Day of the Living Dead is good. The old one.
What about I Am Legend? Will Smith?
I was always on it. I like The Ritual a lot, but that's like a very niche movie. That's a hiker movie.
Yo, so there was this one recommendation that a friend of mine recommended Roland, and so I was thinking for my 1,000th subscriber special, I'm going to go over to your house when I get to 1,000 subs at some point. We're gonna watch Tusk.
No, the fuck I'm not. The fuck I'm not. I have no desire to watch that shit.
What if someone was like,
and watch The Thing? That'd be cool.
The original one was. There's another one.
Yeah, they made one that's just like it's just running around in Norway. And it's just like killing Norwegians.
No shit.
Yeah.
No. So, what the hell? Oh, okay. So, no. So,
my mustache is getting stuck. Fuck.
The mask getting stuck on you? No.
No, so, but my mustache is going into my fucking mouth because of the mask, dude.
Hell no.
Yeah, I'm not wearing this to the Halloween party.
Halloween party?
Yeah, my friends have.
You're going to a Halloween party? Oh, yeah, nice, sick.
Yeah, you know him. You can probably go.
So, Roland, $1 million. Okay, actually, I would need $1 billion, but someone offers us $1 billion to watch through the entire trilogy of the Human Centipede. Do you watch it? $1 billion.
100%. Yes. $1 billion each?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll watch that 3 times.
But you won't watch Tusk? You're weird.
But it's $1 billion, Roman.
That's true. Yo, we got 7 in chat. What's happening?
I would do other things for $1 billion. Not sexual. Shut the fuck up. I would do other things for $1 billion.
I mean, to be fair, on a Monday Night Mayhem, you did take off your shirt for $10. So, I mean, hey, look, Just
That's true. I did do
I'm
that,
gonna-
but that was only for the Goth Girl episode.
actually that was for the Mars episode. You
fucking-
did that on the Mars episode?
I don't think I did.
You
Oh
literally did.
no, I know because somebody donated. I was like, bro, nobody's gonna do the $10 Patreon. Someone's like, if you take
It was
your shirt off,
Lily.
I bet. No, you fucking won't. Donate $10 to the Patreon. They did, and I was like, fuck. Like, yeah, so now I did it. No nip though.
And but yeah. So what do you think is all time the greatest horror film?
That's really fucking hard because there's so many different types of horror. Like, that's really difficult. You have, like, psychological horror, you have realistic horror, you have, like, spooky horror, otherworldly horror. Like, I don't know, I'd say The Thing's pretty up there. That's just a really creepy ass fucking movie and it's good. Aliens up there. Poltergeist is probably a good one just because it's not like too crazy, but it's also good. Exorcist is a good one. If you like gory ass shit, then I guess Saw. It's like, oh, bro, that's the other thing. We didn't even mention Scream.
Oh yeah, no, those are see, like I said, I'm probably a bad horror fan. I've never seen those either. Um, I've never seen Scream. I've never seen any of the what are the parody ones?
I've only seen the
Is
first. Oh, Scary Movie?
Scary Movie, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Scary Movie's good.
Yeah. What's the one that's got Michael Jackson in it? Is
First,
that
that's Scary Movie.
is that Scary Movie? Yeah.
Sure.
I've never seen those.
I'm pretty sure.
I've seen, let's see. I've seen Black Phone 1 and 2. I've seen the old Frankenstein movies, which are really, really good. I've seen like I've dude, the one from like
Nope.
the 30s is fantastic.
I
The one
wanted to
from
see the
30s
new one in the theater so fucking badly, and everybody's saying it's amazing. And I want
The
to see it so
Conjuring.
freaking badly.
The Conjuring's mid, Maddie. Sorry.
Facts.
Conjuring is not good. Sorry.
Conjuring is jump scares. I don't like jump scary shit. It's like you gotta
You
give
see-
me suspense, baby. Suspenseful, good storytelling.
No, see, I don't mind jump scares.
Like playing Resident Evil fucking 2.
So then I guess you're not really a fan of Outlast then, right?
Outlast doesn't scare me that much. It's just more like, oh my god, I'm being chased by this fat fuck. Like, you know
Yeah.
what does spook me? It what's it called? Shit. Well, Alien Isolation. That game, but it just becomes hiding simulator like most of the time. And kind of the same thing with Amnesia, but Amnesia is spooky. Oh, you know what scared the living shit out of me? Hellblade 1 and 2. There is multiple times where that game has like these really spooky missions that are long as fuck. And there's this one sequence in the second one where if you touch darkness, these little goblins just like, nah, and they'll just tackle you. And they're like, nah, ah, and you're like, she's like screaming and she's trying to fight them off. And you have to like beat them. And then they just jump back into the darkness and you hear them scurrying up behind you. You have to like turn around with a torch real quick. Bro. And there's so many goddamn fucking jump scares in there. And it's creepy as shit because you're walking in the cave for a while and nothing's happening, and you just start hearing noises, and you're like, "What the fuck?" And then all of a sudden, this motherfucker just tackles you, and then like runs away, and you're like, "What the fuck is that?"
Dare I say
And then it gets very
that
creepy. That game is creepy as shit.
what's this game called?
Hellblade, Senua's
Hellblade.
Sacrifice. I've talked about it before. I really like them. People say the second one is too cinematic, and I'm like, listen, I don't care. I like Senua 1, and Senua 2 is good.
Have you played Doom? I don't know if
Doom's
those
not
are horror
scary.
games.
They're not horror games at all. They're fuck
Like,
you
are
demon
they
games. It's like a faster paced Halo where you can literally just punch through the skulls of demons.
Roland, speaking of,
Roman, speak of it. Now.
dare I say that the flood level from Halo 1 is a horror level.
Yo, fuck yeah, it is.
Yeah. Like
Especially if you've never played the
that
game before.
that level is scary as hell.
If you've
When I
never played
played
the
that
game
for
before, yeah, it is. It is really scary if you've never played Halo. You're like, what the
now,
actual fuck is this?
dude, when the map turns red, when the whole map turns red, bro, like what?
What the fuck are you
That's
talking about?
crazy. In the flood level, the map turns red.
What map?
Remember the map on the bottom of the screen?
Oh, you mean there's like a ton of red dots? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
what are you talking about? What map?
Yeah, no. The
You mean
map
the
at the
radar?
bottom of the screen,
You
there's like
mean the
a whole
radar?
bunch of red dots.
You mean the
Yeah.
radar?
No, but like as a kid, when I played that for like the first time, the flood scared the hell out of me. Like now, it's not even like I just, appreciate the storytelling of that level. But like as a kid, it was like, oh my god, these things are creepy as hell. The flood just as a whole scared me.
They're still fucking
But
horrifying. We better hope that that's not
yeah,
on 3-Eye Atlas, which brings me to my next thing we have to fucking talk about.
which is
Because we talked about it on, what was it, Space, not too long ago.
okay.
And I think with Muffler. But
Mm-hmm.
3-Eye Atlas is now behind the sun, and it'll be here December 19th. Its trajectory is very interesting because it's kind of like gone right through the solar system perfectly on the perfect elliptical plane. So it's like level with all of our planets. It's completely
Is it
different than
gonna
Europa, which is the Black Knight satellite. It's very likely that it could go around the moon or go in between us and the moon.
if that's the case and it goes in between us, would we be able to see it?
We're gonna see it. We can see it now with telescopes once it comes back around the sun.
What
Here's
so
the thing that's very interesting about it. The scans they've made of it have shown that it's made of nickel, which is interesting because nothing that we've seen has been made of nickel. It's always nickel and iron. And most of the things we've seen have been in our own solar system, just kind of flying around. So Oumuamua came in kind of on an angle. And then there was 2-Eye Balthazar, I want to say. No, not Balthazar. Maybe something like that. And that was the second one that came in. These are like intergalactic things. Or intersolar at least. But we think they're coming from like possibly outside the galaxy. And the secondary one came in on a really weird trajectory and then just shot off the same way Oumuamua did. But Oumuamua was here for a while, which was, Black Knight satellite.
right.
Which we've talked about on one of our old Monday Night Mayhem type episodes.
So
But
here's my question for you though.
Here's the thing with 3-Eye Atlas. The way that it's ejecting things, the way that the gas is ejecting, it doesn't look like they're saying it could be a comet, but it doesn't look like a comet. And the way that it's moving, it's not really moving like a comet. It's kind of elongated football shaped, and it's head over heels instead of like
What are you trying
spinning.
to say? What are you trying to say?
I'm not trying to say anything. I would love for it to be an alien craft, but I don't think it is. I don't know what the fuck it is though. Whatever it is, if it hit Earth, we'd be dead. We'd be fucked. But
So basically, what you're saying though is that it's not a comet. Is basically like
that's what I'm
what you're
trying to
saying.
say. Is it most likely isn't, and a lot of people are saying that it is. But the thing with this Atlas is that when it went around the sun, and here's something really interesting. When it went around the sun ejected like CMEs, so coronal mass ejections, like directly on it, like 3 times, massive CMEs, which are part of the reason why we just got fucked over.
Oh, that's where the solar flares came from?
I was telling you it was CMEs. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
On last Friday.
That's why
That
like, you know,
happened right as this thing is passing around the sun. It's just weird.
that's why all of our
It's just weird.
that's
And
why
one of the theories from one of the Harvard professors, and I don't know how credible he is or anything, but one of his theories is, I think he's from Harvard, is that we live in a star desert. If there were to be a ship that really needed to refuel and it refueled on solar, that'd be the place to do it. We'd be like the gas station in the middle of Bumblefuck. And if its trajectory completely changes after it passes around the sun, then we'll know that it's like, what the fuck? That's whack. Because right now, the assumed trajectory is that it's going to launch off the sun, probably get pushed by solar winds, and come towards us.
So is this the same thing that a couple of months ago NASA said was heading towards Earth? Is this that same thing?
Yep. December 19th, it'll be here.
Orlando, no. My character is, but no, not my costume.
This motherfucker is the Grabber, bro. He said that's my favorite villain of all time, and trying to fight me that the Grabber could beat a xenomorph.
My favorite horror.
Yo, Rolando, I saw your super chat on FML last week, by the way. Nice shit.
So Roland, if this thing is an alien craft, would it be?
Dude, I would be delighted, but also terrified.
Well, let me ask you, if this thing is an alien craft, would it be a different one from one that?
A little bit? I'm kidding. I'm not.
Would it? Would it?
I like vampire pussy.
Would it be a different alien craft from ones that we've seen before? Because the way that you're describing it, it sounds like it's not an alien.
I mean, likely because it would, dude. You'll be really fucking crazy if that shit just kind of like vibed. Like if it just hit our orbit and then just vibed. Stop moving entirely.
Like, chilled there.
It just stopped moving. There. It just completely stopped moving.
You know, we would try to shoot it down, right?
I don't know what we would try to do. I have no idea.
We're humans. We would try to shoot it down.
I don't think so. I think that would reveal all the fucking tech that we have. We'd send UFOs up there that we have, reverse engineered shit, to go fucking talk to them. But you know what the really scary thing is? If it's not, and it most likely isn't, and it is a big ass rock, and it fucking hits us, it'll be worse than the Chicxulub fucking crater, which is what wiped out the dinosaurs, which made the sky fire for fucking 3 months. It rained acid. You were lucky if you were in the fucking center of it. Like, it made it, dude. It literally vaporized the fucking North and South Pole from it, and the shockwave. Yeah. The shockwave went around the world 7 fucking times.
How's that possible? I'm not even
It
saying
was
that like
that
you're wrong. I'm just asking
7
like
kilometers. It was like 7 kilometers. But the way that this thing is, I
no,
think
but
it's like it's fucking massive. Whatever. I forget how
is this
big it is.
thing
Look up
is
3i
this thing
Atlas, 3i / Atlas or / Atlas, and look up.
is this thing bigger than
I think it's
the
around
thing
the
that took
same
out
size.
the dinosaurs?
I think it's around the
Okay.
same size. It wouldn't matter. Even if it was like a kilometer long, we're fucked. Because it would probably EMP the shit out of us. And depending on where it hit, like if it hit the oceans, that's like those tsunamis are gonna affect us here where we live. And we're 2 states inland. And in a mountainous area.
It is estimated to be between 3 and 7 miles or 5 to 11 kil- uh, kilometers, making it the largest interstellar object ever. Initial size estimates vary, but recent data, including observations from the Hubble Space Telescope, place its nucleus diameter between approximately 1,000 feet and 3.5 miles. My God.
Yeah, so that thing's just a massive bullet.
Okay, wait a second.
It's just a
How
massive bullet. Just
big
head over heels,
was
just spinning towards
the asteroid
this area.
that killed the dinosaurs?
7 miles
Okay,
away.
so the one that killed the dinosaurs was 6.2 to 9.3 miles. So this one is slightly smaller.
The problem is that one was
Yes.
a big ass fucking rock. This one is shaped like a fucking bullet.
Yeah. I get what you mean.
That impact would be way different.
Yeah.
And
That
that would
scares the
cause
hell
a
out of me.
massive fucking airburst, which is the other spooky thing I want to talk about because space is fucking scary. Pay attention to space weather, people. It's a very important thing to look at. You know what an airburst is,
And
Roman?
no,
Google it. I want
enlighten
you
me.
to read the definition.
Okay. An error. You said what? An error burst?
Airburst.
Airburst. Airburst. Okay.
I believe there was an incident in Turkey that was recorded.
Siberia or
Siberia.
Turkey?
That was it.
The Tunguska
Yep.
event?
Tunguska. Yep. That's it. Yep. Tunguska.
What
Read
the
all about
hell?
it. Roman, just read it. Read it, dude.
The
You want to talk about
Tunguska
scary
event.
shit that we have? You want to talk about scary, real life, scary, horrifying shit that we have no power over at all? It's this. It's space, bro. That shit will fuck us up whenever it feels like it.
The
Read.
Tunguska event was a large explosion of between 3 and 50 megatons that occurred near the Podikemiema Tunguska River in Yeskik Governorate, Russia on the morning of June 3rd, 1908. My God. It exploded in the sky, but still had like massive impacts over like everything. Deaths up to 3. Property damage, a few damaged buildings. Okay.
No, there's the one in Turkey where people were literally deleted.
Hold on. Turkey.
So that one was caused. So an airburst is when the atmosphere legitimately just fucking pops for a second. And
What was the
the
largest
vacuum
airburst in
space
history?
hits the earth in like a funnel, or not a funnel, more like a cylinder.
You're right. The one in Turkey killed like 100 people or something.
Killed an entire town, right? All they
Yeah,
found was like shoes and shit.
dude. And that's literally just from an asteroid blowing up.
No,
That's
it's
what
from
it's
an
from.
asteroid. It's from an asteroid punching through the atmosphere in such a way because of chemical reaction that it fucking pops the atmosphere, and then it just causes literal It's literally in that cylinder, space. You're in space. You freeze and burn at the same time and pop. It happened over a town that was unlucky as fuck, and everybody was annihilated in an instant. That could, that could happen. That could happen to Philadelphia at any point in time. And guess
if it
what?
happened in Philly,
Even if we had space lasers to shoot Atlas, or if we blew it the fuck up, guess what? Our problem just got a lot worse because now we just have shrapnel flying at us.
but the shrapnel wouldn't like be as harmful overall,
The shrapnel
right?
most certainly would be huge, and it wouldn't all burn up in atmosphere. We would have to constantly destroy it. And even so, if we're sending like SAR bombs up there to blow it the fuck up over and over again, or if maybe we do have fucking UFO type tech and we use it against it, then we're still gonna have to destroy it. Well, Wonderless, we're still gonna have to completely annihilate it. Now, what I will say about like airbursts is there's multiple occasions of them being recorded. And that shit's insane. It truly is. Like, it's really fucking spooky. Now, the one thing I was watching Forbidden Frontier last night, shout out to Nerdrotic. It's on Nerdrotic Live every Sunday. They're actually going to Egypt, and they're going to Japan in May. And they're doing like megalithic shit. Like they're going to like the ancient sites and everything.
By the way, really fast, that
video got so many views. I know.
1,000, bro. 1,000 views.
That's crazy as fuck because you literally don't even say that much shit.
Clickbait works.
Clickbait works. Roman's like, dude, we should literally just start putting Gary in the thumbnail. That's all we gotta do.
No, dude, we should try to find a way in every episode for me to do a bit where I call Gary out, and that
no, it's not even Gary. It just
views.
has to be a controversial YouTuber. Like, dude, we'll just. Why did we post the Hassan clips? We gotta post the Hassan clips.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, no. I'll post
and put
that.
Hassan's face in there. Just dog fucker or whatever. I don't know. It's not,
no, but so
but probably.
So actually, I gotta tell you something. So I think that if this three-eyed Atlas, tell me if you agree with me. Would it be scary? Sure, but I'd rather it be an alien craft. Actually, I don't want it to be a meteor.
I don't necessarily know. I mean, I don't want it to be a meteor because that's not sentient. It can't be reasoned with. But like, we're retarded, so neither can we. Like, what if the aliens come down and they look like fucking bugs? Like, we're just gonna be like killed.
I guess my thing is, what is the best case scenario? Like,
it flies right past us.
Yeah.
That's the best case scenario, is that it flies right past us and doesn't get any closer, but it looks like it might. Again, I think everybody should watch the Forbidden Frontier from last night on Gary's channel because they do a really good job of they kind of show multiple different videos from other YouTubers and stuff, and that's kind of why I brought up some of the points that I did tonight. But one of the other things that I want to bring up that he brought up was he doesn't like Roman. You remember this? You're old enough to remember this, as am I. Russia.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That was Tunguska with the meteor.
Yeah.
And that was like the only footage we have of a true airburst because there's cameras everywhere for insurance because there's insurance fraud up there like crazy. And Gary's point was for people to actually be scared of space weather and start paying attention to it, it would have to happen to a major city like New York or LA or Tokyo or like it would have to happen to like a major city for everybody to wake up and be like, holy shit, like yeah, space is dangerous. We should probably come up with some things that we can do in order to like, I don't know, maybe possibly have like some sort of array or like an early warning system or anything that we can do to defend ourselves against rocks flying through from space, because we found 3 in the past like 7 or 8 years that were massive. 2 of them just didn't come anywhere near us. The other one is coming on a perfect elliptical direction. So it is flying at the exact same degrees as our planets. Almost like a probe, because it's gone past every planet so far.
So here's the thing, y'all. Even if it doesn't hit Earth, say it hits like Mercury, that still could mess us up too.
Oh fuck yeah, it would.
Yeah, like we're not safe if it hits like another planet, because
We'd be safe
then
if it
that
hit
could
something
knock
in
us
the
down.
outer, like in the outer rim. I don't mean to say like a Star Wars reference, like that's what it is. Like
No, but like
I don't know
so
how but wouldn't it have
here's the
had to
thing.
have gotten through the asteroid belt first? And like that's the other thing, bro. Where the fuck did the asteroid belt come from? Because there was a planet there before. Something fucked happened in our solar system. That's why we are far out on the fringes. Oh wait, we are in the unknown regions. I hope you guys fucking realize that from Star
Actually,
Wars.
I was just gonna ask,
We are all the way
what
fucking out there.
where in space are we?
We're in a star
Like,
desert. We're far. We're really fucking far from any other solar system.
that's why I think it's delusional for people to say that there's no life out there
Dude,
beyond
look
Earth.
at Venus, which is the greenhouse effect gone awry. Look at Mars, which has like literal fucking like things that look like pyramids on them and shit like that, and it looks like there was nuclear war there or some shit.
Yeah, something happened on
Earth
Mars
shouldn't
for
be in
sure.
a Goldilocks zone, but it is. We're the only one that has a moon that big. Where did it fucking come from? And why is it perfectly aligned? Why is the moon perfectly fucking... the moon is weird, Roman! Why is the moon perfectly aligned to line up with the sun to create eclipses?
What are you trying to say right now,
Why
Roland?
is the moon was put there, Roman? And why is the moon literally affect water and affect us? Because we are 75% water.
Yeah,
The
so
gravitational pull
wait,
of the moon directly affects the planet.
have you noticed something,
And
Roland?
then
Whenever the moon is acting up, we feel weird. Whenever the moon
that's
is
why
like,
people say it's a full moon, right? Okay. And then I'm gonna continue. All right. I'm gonna continue, Wonderlist. I'm gonna continue. Why?
Wonderless, we talked about
Hold on.
that on like an old we talked about the moon landing on like episode 9, I think, where we talked about like
Yes.
paranormal stuff.
Why
And
is you good?
proceed,
Go.
Roland.
No, you go.
No, I was just gonna say, I think, Roland, I don't know if your view has changed on this, but I think we came to the conclusion that the first half is real and the second half is fake for the moon landing.
Yeah. Because there's a fucking base on the dark side of the moon with aliens.
Right. So I think
Yeah,
from what you
100%.
said, from what from what from what you said, they saw Grays waving at them, and then they like cut the feed or something, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Which, if that's true, confirms that there's Grays on the moon,
No,
which
I
also
didn't say
ties into
grays. I said aliens. They had a
well,
base. They were doing things. Well, yeah, probably tall whites, but that's a completely different thing. And that's the type of tall
but
whites
then
you guys are thinking of. You fucking
but 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 Okay, so then here's my thing, right? We've been to the moon since. We've filmed on the moon since. Would we not have caught any of that since
We
that
have
point?
contracts with them since.
See, I'm trying to play the devil's advocate for a skeptic here
Yeah, that's
because
what I always
wouldn't we
do.
have caught wouldn't we have caught some sort of footage of them at some point? You know what I mean?
No, because the men in black will show up at your house and fucking try to kill your family.
But
If you
you
don't,
think that they're out there?
you don't hand it over. Yeah, I swear to God. Why do you think all of the astronauts that came back in their first interview look horrified? Everybody explain that to
Yeah.
me. They're like lost for words if you watch it. Which most people won't, but if you guys are into this stuff, you might.
We talking like Buzz
But back
Aldrin?
to the fact that hold on, that the solar system has been fucked before. All right, back to that for a second.
So
Why is
so
Uranus tilted the way that it is and has a weird ass axis? And why
so
is
to
the
piggyback
asteroid
off of
there?
that,
Because the asteroid belt got blown the fuck up, and people called Pluto like a subplanet or whatever, because it was probably another moon for that planet that got blown the fuck up, which could have been Nibiru. I don't know. It probably isn't, but it could have been.
yes. Yep, that's true.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with this.
So to
That
your
has
point
to
about the
do
solar
with you
system,
getting used to gravity. That has nothing to do with what I'm talking about.
to,
I'm talking
to
about that men look
your
scared. Buzz Aldrin looked scared.
to your point about the solar system, um, do you think there was a Big Bang and then like a second one after that, or do you think that
No, I think
just
there
like
wasn't.
because would so here's let me pose a question to you, Roland. Would one Big Bang have caused all of what the universe is now? That's not possible, right? It can't be.
It is if God snapped his fingers.
I know, but like you said it, there was probably a planet where, the field where the asteroid belt was. There had to have been something there, right?
Yeah,
Like,
but the Big Bang didn't create our solar system, bro. The Big Bang created everything. And that's
right,
a
no, but like
that is just a theory that we all kind of tend to believe, but it's a theory.
if you trust in what they say that everything was like inside of a little atom and then the, Big Bang
Yes.
happened and then boom, yeah, everything came out of it. So so what I'm thinking is there was a second one that created the solar system that we know
No.
now.
No, 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 no. Not at all. There's tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of solar systems. It's basically just suns that pop, and that's fission and fusion, and it creates a sun. And then around each sun, the rocks just kind of end up that are just flying inevitably through space, just end up forming and getting stuck in different locations, gravitational pulls, and depending on weight and all that, and then you end up with planets that eventually form. That's how that
I mean,
works.
Earth literally is just a floating rock after all. So
Yeah. But no, there's not a big bang or anything. Now, what I do think happened is, considering what we've seen on Mars, considering the way that Venus is the greenhouse effect going awry, um, Earth has a moon, and if there was a planet by what the asteroid belt now is, and there was a moon there, which is Pluto, then in that case, there was war. And we fucked ourselves back into the Stone Age. Nuclear war, likely. Or a war between us and Martians.
Nah. You think so?
Could be. The Anunnaki. I believe the Anunnaki are fucking real. I got the Anunnaki behind us right now. Look. They're right there.
Yeah.
In the Nephilim. Wait, can we just admire this for a second, Roman? Hold up. Can we take ourselves out of the John for just a second? Just a second to admire our cool back. Yeah, that shit's so sick, dude.
And I love how like we're chilling with chat.
It's kind of we're in for a Dark Souls ass motherfucking game if we're going to that tree. Like if we're trying to get to that tree, bro, we're fucking going through it. It's like
no, but so to piggyback off of what you said, because I'm actually liking this conversation. So here's my thing, right? And I guess I'm just asking you, like, based off of the evidence from what we've seen from these planets, you think that there was a solar war at some point within like our solar system? Then is that what you're thinking?
Yeah,
that there was some sort of a war?
Yeah, they just bombed the living shit out of each other.
Okay.
I don't necessarily think that, everything with the dinosaurs and whatnot and all of our evolution is wrong. But
wouldn't
something... I'm not talking about it being humans that did it. You get what I'm saying?
No, but I'm
not saying it was humans that did it. I'm saying it was something else.
We're going through Mars as we speak right now.
Like legitimately, that could have been the fucking that could have been an accidental fucking meteor that hit Earth because of the dinosaurs, and that's what fucked the dinosaurs up. Like that was an accidental fucking bomb. It was meant for
What
Venus.
If it was a nuke, bro?
Earth. That's what I'm saying,
dude. That's crazy.
Like I'm not like. Listen, we're gonna get real fucking out there talking about space if you want to, because I'm having fun with it. Like, if you want to really talk about the theory that there was a war in our solar system way before we existed, like they let monkeys evolve, and then they were like missing link, bitch, and then all of a sudden we just became like Homo sapiens, and Cro-Magnon, shit like that. And gigantic.
Well, wait a second though.
Neanderthals are smart as fuck. And then, bro, you have the fucking the people, the survivors from the fucking war are the Anunnaki, and the Anunnaki came down to Earth, and then they were like, "Yo, we're gonna take some of your women, and we're gonna make Nephilim giants." And they were like, "No, please." And then we were like, "Nah, we're like 7 feet tall. Fuck off." And then they were like, "Oh shit."
One problem with that.
Why? Because it lines up with the Enoch.
Where does that fit in with Adam and Eve though? See?
No, it could. Adam and Eve could have been the missing link. The first two people. They could have been the two monkeys that they grabbed and turned into the missing link, and turned them into humans.
Adam and Eve are known as the first. They're known as the first ever humans.
Yeah, and the Anunnaki could have turned them into human. If you want to get scientific about it, they could have taken two Homo sapiens and
because
turn them into Homo sapiens.
It doesn't. There was life on Earth before Adam and Eve, so yeah. I mean, it doesn't
you get what I'm
say
saying,
that
dude?
Yeah.
You see,
Yeah.
you see, Roman. It's all aliens at the end of the
Mm,
day. Bro.
my my third eye is now, totally opening up now. No, but like the thing is that kind of like to go back to what you said though earlier, if there was a solar war, so we've been exploring Mars. Wouldn't we have found something that proves that at this
Yeah, we
point?
would. But if we have technology that we're picking up from there, or shit that would be detrimental to every religion on the planet, because it would be like, hey, guess what? You guys weren't created in God's image because there's an other God.
Dude.
Like
Dude.
it doesn't necessarily. There's another race that was here before. Like, you know what I mean? It's like they were the failures, so we're the net. Like, I don't necessarily. I think it could disrupt a lot of religions, but it wouldn't disrupt my belief. I would still be like, nah, he just made humans in his
Yeah.
image.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
a lot of people would tweak the fuck out. They'd be calling them demons.
I kind of would be able
Or
to accept it,
or
like,
if we found like if we found human relics on Mars, that would fuck people up. That would galvanize a ton of people to be super interested, and also galvanize a ton of people to be fucking nuts about it. There'd be a whole new religion. The ancients, right? You'll be careful with these things.
If there's
That's why they
human
showed-
relics on,
they were showing cell phones that the military had back in the 70s in Star Trek, and we didn't get them until the early 2000s. What have they been showing in movies since the 50s, right after Roswell? Alien spacecrafts.
I mean, look, if you want to be even
And-
more conspiratorial for a second here, I believe in time travel.
Sorry, I got something stuck in my throat.
I believe in time travel. I do. And there's one reason for it.
I don't know about all that. But...
Okay, hear me out here, Roland. That
All right,
Charlie Chaplin movie.
Okay,
of the lady
I know what you're talking about. That shit is weird as fuck. Yeah, you're right. You can look that up. Show the video. That is weird as fuck.
I got it right now. Hold on. It actually may not let me show it, but here. Let me see. Okay.
You can show it.
Charlie Chaplin.
I've seen a lot of people show this
woman
video on their videos,
on
so it's
phone.
fine.
Lady with phone. Yep, got it right here. Okay.
Yeah, dude, it's really weird.
Yeah. Is this not weird, bro? Hold on.
It's weird as fuck, dude. It is really fucking strange.
So, like, we're gonna watch this and then we'll talk about it. We don't really need like the audio, so don't have to worry about it being all.
Well, there's no audio because it's Charlie Chaplin. So,
why can't I go full screen?
It's silent movies, bro. I think we're good on the audio.
Oh, okay.
Thomas Jefferson.
She's on the phone, bro.
Yeah, watch her. Right, like,
look.
That's weird. It is really strange. She's got like a brick on her.
So
it is a very strange video where she's like talking.
Is that not time?
Like a clear brick up against her ear.
Is that not time travel? Is that not proof of time travel?
I don't know if it's proof because she might just be fucking.
She's talking on the phone, bro.
Is she, or is she just a weirdo with a brick on her ear?
But that's weird, though, isn't it? Like,
what's really weird is there's a guy wearing a T-shirt at the opening of like the Golden Gate Bridge, and it looks like it's from the early 2000s. That's a weird one.
There's also the dude who was recording a Mike Tyson fight with an iPhone in the late 1980s.
There's also a guy that didn't salute Hitler. Oh wait, that's not time travel. He was just cool.
Oh, so you mean he was actually based?
Yeah, he was just based Nazi. The only one. Except for the guys from Valkyrie, they were kind of based. They all died though.
So
Yo, your mic just like well, you did that. It's perfect. It's spooky season.
yes, sir. No. So my question to you is, this is this is literally our podcast where we can be as controversial, not so much controversial, but as like skeptical as we want to be, and like as I guess talk about things. Are you against the thought of time travel then? Not like not saying that like you wouldn't do it, but like, are you saying that it doesn't exist? Because
Well, we talked about
you,
this not so long ago when they figured out that with that laser, remember?
yeah,
They literally fucking stopped time, like the time like went backwards or some shit. Remember, like we
yeah, it
couldn't
went
even
backwards.
like nobody could even understand it. Like it was so fucking nutty.
Time went backwards by a half a second or something.
Yeah, that's what it was. When they fired the laser, time went backwards by half a second. Like what? So
I
I mean, I
guess what I'm
guess.
asking is,
Well,
like,
listen. Like I feel like weird ass shit can happen with energy. Like Roman. All right, I'll let you finish, and then I'll ask you my counter question about energy.
well, yeah, sure, no, but so I guess my thing is that you and I both believe in like aliens and shit, and we think that that's fully possible and not even possible
You've
that
seen UFOs, so
it's out there. Why can't time travel be like a thing that's happening? You know?
well, there is a spot at one of the poles, I believe, either north or south, where there's just protons just fucking coming out of this location. They're just and they're like interdimensional. Like they don't know where the fuck they're coming from, but they keep clocking protons coming out of this area, and they
Is it
think
like,
it could be a dimensional rift, possibly.
but that's not necessarily time travel though, is it?
Could it not be used for that? Wormhole is time travel theoretically.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean, that's true. I mean, here's here's my thing. I think when I think of time travel, I think of like going through like a machine, but I have to think of it in a more practical way. Like you're probably right. Like I think that energy could be the main um way that time travel could be done if if it is being done. But then to counter my own point, if time travel is being done, wouldn't wouldn't timelines be being altered and wouldn't we be having a constantly like fucked up
Actually,
universe?
not necessarily. There is an article that they actually went over in Forbidden Frontier last night, which you just kind of brought me to. So I will send you the article. We can go
Okay.
over it
Okay.
if you can pull that up for me. Let me just find it real
Did you
quick.
put
But while I'm looking for this, Roman, before we get, hold on, let me find it. It's an article by. If you just look up, here, I'll try to find it for you. I have a question for you though. In the meantime,
okay. Shoot.
Thinking of energy, right?
Right.
What do you think ghosts are scientifically?
Okay,
Or not even
so
scientifically. What do you think ghosts are? Do you think they're spirits? Do you think what do you think?
before I answer this to you, there's no like wrong answer here, right?
No.
I think there's souls trapped in purgatory. That's my own point of view.
Why is that?
Because I think that you and you and me are of the same faith. And I don't know if you've ever read like deep into it, but when you are in purgatory, it's kind of the place between heaven and hell, and it's where you're supposed to do penance, and where you're supposed to repent before you can get into heaven, right? So every time that you pray for someone, that's a soul that gets out of purgatory. Okay. But the point about purgatory is this. Okay. So it's a place where you're meant to repent for your sins. And it's been theorized. There's no evidence of this, but it's been theorized that purgatory, people that are in purg people that die, that are spirits, they're not fully dead yet, right? So they have something that they have to do, something that they have to make up for, right? So I think that if you are a soul in within purgatory, that you turn into a ghost and you have to repent, right? And I'm not saying that that's what it is, but I'm saying that's my theory, is that ghosts are souls that are in purgatory that have to repent for their sins before
How
they
does
can
that
get into
explain a ghost animal though?
um
Which
hmm.
there's many instances of in stories.
What do you mean by like a ghost animal?
Like a
Like a
ghost
ghost
cat,
dog,
a ghost dog.
a ghost
Like
a
like
ghost bear?
I've had people call me and be like, "Yeah, the ghost bear." I've had people call me and be like, "What do we feed the cat? And where's its food?" And I'm like, "We don't have one." For like that happened
Hmm.
for like a year. People kept seeing a cat in my house.
Hmm.
And that happened to somebody else I know too. Oh, and Gary fucking has a story about a ghost cat.
See, you just poked a really big hole into my argument. Damn it.
So this is why I brought up energy.
You think ghosts are just energy beings?
I think they're either here for a reason, like they want to be here for a reason, or it's like a after image.
An after image.
Yeah, like a leftover amount of their energy.
So an after image. Okay. Um hmm. So we can just we can flat out acknowledge first though that ghosts are 100% a thing, right? Before we, proceed. Ghosts are definitely
Are
real.
you asking a person who's lived in a haunted house for 24 years, almost 25 years, if I believe the ghosts are real?
Hey man, look, it's not so much for you, it's just for like people that
But
don't know you well.
well, for those that
Yeah.
don't know me well enough, I have a lot of goddamn stories about this place, and it's like 100 years old.
Yeah. Roland's house is crazy. I
Yeah,
will say,
ask half of the fucking people that come to watch our pets when we're away. Ask my dog
I
that
will
barks in
say,
the corner sometimes, or wags her tail
I
at
w-
a certain chair.
I will say,
Weird
whenever
shit.
I go to Roland's house, it's always cold in this house. It's always cold in your house.
That's just because my mom hates the heat. No, you weren't there the one night that Brock and I came up into my room to
It's something like, and
to
something touched him.
no, yeah. So it got cold as shit, like really fast in the middle of July. I didn't have the AC on or nothing, and he wanted to use. He wanted to see what the because we were gonna fucking. That's what we were gonna do. We were gonna grab the 2 lightsabers and run down and just like start a battle.
Yeah.
And it was right before Bert joined us because we ran back downstairs. We didn't do it, but we went upstairs, dude, and it got cold as shit. And I'm like
And you're sure you
facing
didn't
my
have any AC
bro,
on?
and he goes,
You didn't have it.
"Yeah, I'm positive. I'm positive. We like the windows are closed. I didn't have an AC on up there. I didn't need one in that room."
Okay.
And I was like, and even if I did have it on, it was way fucking. It got cold as shit.
When you
Really
say
fast.
cold, like, are we talking like,
cold,
Pennsylvania
like
in like
cold,
January
like
cold?
outside right now, cold, with a short sleeve shirt on.
Oh, so we're not talking like Pennsylvania
I'm
in
not
like,
talking
January
AC
cold
blowing
then.
on you, Roman. I'm talking cold. And
Yeah, no, I'm saying like,
he immediately goes as he's facing my door because he had just closed it. The lights were not on. I think like he was as he was closing it, he goes, "Bro, did you just tap my shoulder?" And I was like, "No." And he goes, "I'm cold as fuck." And I was like, "Me too." He was like, "Holy shit, you're right. Your house is haunted." And I was like, "Yep. Let's go downstairs." That's one instance.
I mean, you have that crazy face being that lives in your house.
Oh, fucking what was his name? What do we name him? Krilp.
Roland and three
Yeah,
of our friends
that's the homie Krilp,
all
bro. I've told this story so many times, but I'll tell it again if
Roland
chat.
and well, no, but like I'm saying though, so what's your theory about ghosts being like energies
No.
that
Finish what you was.
they
Explain what the story is, and if they want to hear it, I'll tell it.
Okay,
Let me
so
tell it
basically
quickly.
Roland and basically what was it? You and 3 of our friends or 4 of our friends? You and
There
3 of
was
our
5
friends were
of our
like,
friends. There was me included, 5 of us in total at my house by ourselves, and 2 of which were relatively sober, as in like they only like smoked pot. We were like 15, and the other 3 of us were on acid.
right, and they all saw the same
I don't
thing.
condone
Is that
YouTube. I don't condone it. I was a dumb kid.
was? No, it's like
I'm a dumb
but
adult now.
yeah, no. So the thing that I'm wondering, Roland, is
You didn't explain what
okay,
happened.
so right, so you and our friends, if I remember correctly, you were standing where your stairs are, right? You were like standing, I think at the top of no, you weren't standing at the top of your steps. You were facing the bottom of your steps.
No, I was standing in the
And
doorway between my dining room and my living room, and you got to explain the layout. But the layout of my house is if you come in from the side porch, which is at my driveway, you're in the kitchen, and it's an open floor
yep,
layout, like straight to the front. So you have the dining room immediately. It's a small house, 2 bedrooms, really, and then you have the living room and then the front porch. But if you go to the right instead of going to the front porch, which you can see straight to from the kitchen, there is a bug in my room I just smacked. There is stairs that go up like like if I were to be facing the door to the front porch, my stairs are going up behind me. You know what I mean? But not like behind me and behind me in front of the door, behind me in the corner, right? So they go upstairs, and then there's like a landing, and then there's like a bedroom, a bathroom, and 2 other rooms in my office, like my bedroom and my office. And the top of the stairs, we left the light on because we turned off all the lights downstairs and just had like candles and like a salt rock, and like we were listening to music because like 2 of us were stoned, just chilling. The dog was down with us, and like the other 3 of us were tripping sack. Not even really that hard, to be honest with you, but like we were tripping, right? And on like a tab of acid, so like it wasn't anything crazy. Again, YouTube, in case of statute of limitations, I was like 15, and stupid, but we I don't know what made me get up, and we had the dining room table moved from the middle of the room to like the other side of it, so that the doorway in between the dining room and the living room was open, so I could see the light from the top of the stairs, like coming down the stairs, right? And my one buddy was chilling on the couch with my dog. He's sober. My other buddy was sitting at the table to the back left of me. My other buddy was sitting at the counter in the kitchen to the back left of me, and my other, both tripping, and my other buddy was just walking out the bathroom, and I'm standing there with my back to all of them, looking into my living room, into the pitch darkness with like the light on at the top of the stairs. And I see a human-sized figure reverse crab walking. Like, so you know when you crab walk as a kid, like in like field day or whatever, and you got your hands like pointed inwards and your feet pointed inwards, you're trying to crawl with your belly to the air. Reverse it. So the back was to the air, and the hands and feet were pointed inwards, and the knees were pointed out, and the elbows were pointed out, and it was like level. And like before I could say the fuck, it was like at my feet. It didn't have no neck. It was inky black, like shiny inky black, with like really long fingers and toes, and it was like I couldn't see the back half of it. It was like coming out of the darkness, right? And I'm like looking down at this thing at my feet.
And it had a face, right?
Had no hold up. It had no neck. It was just like an oval that like connected to the shoulders. And like it looked up like fast as fuck, like ha, and just like tilted its head and like looked at me like that. And it had like a white oval for a face with like 2 oval eyes that were like not reverse an alien's eyes. So if an alien's eyes are like vertical, these were or horizontal, these were vertical. And it had black slits for pupils, 2 dots for a nose like fucking Voldemort, and a big ass grin on its face that was just like triangle teeth, like a kid drew it. And I looked to my left, and my friend is already standing up, and the other one's to my right, and he's already standing up, and they're both right behind me pointing, going, "What the fuck is that?"
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't fucking know. And my other 2 friends who were sober, like, what? And we're like, we don't fucking know what's happening. Holy shit. And it literally just fucking giggled and disappeared in the darkness. Gone.
It giggled.
It was like, and just gone. And all 3 of us went and drew it without looking at each other's drawings, and all drew the same thing. Except one face was white, one face was blue, and one face was red. Then I talked about that with other people who had tripped balls with others, and they had also, some people had also experienced times where other people saw the same thing they were seeing. Interesting, isn't it?
So
It's only illegal because the CIA.
So I guess all these years later, since what do you think you saw then? If you don't mind me asking.
What do I think I saw? I think that because of the way that your brain acts when you're on a psychedelic, you're using a higher percentage of your brain. Your brain waves dip in and out of like the normal frequency. So if your brain waves are normally like dipping really like slow through the water, it's like they're dipping really deep down and coming right back up like over and over again.
Yep.
It's like you're diving
Yeah,
from
so
the high dive, but instantly shooting
you
back out
basically
of the water. And like
you basically open up your third eye. You
pretty
basically
much,
open up another way of
you're
consciousness.
using both sides of your brain, so you're using the logical and creative at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
firing at more power, like legitimate more energy power. I sound like I'm a fucking advocate right now. I can't like I just have to explain what it is. I mean, it's just what it is, and I'm definitely not an advocate. I'm just telling people definitely don't do acid.
For those of you watching, I don't think Roland saw a demon. I think he saw something else.
No, I think I saw
But
an
that's just my
interdimensional.
view.
I literally think I saw an interdimensional being because multiple people saw it. Bro, he fucking laughed.
Does that not scare you that that thing's like in your house? Like,
Don't think I don't think about that. I don't think that like,
hmm.
bro. You ever seen Adventure Time with your wizard eyes? That's what I think it
Yeah,
was.
yeah,
I
yeah.
literally think it was literally wizard eyes. Like they're always around us. There's probably one behind you right now. There's probably one behind. There's probably a fucking dildo sitting on top of all of your heads and mine too. Currently, from some asshole in another dimension who's like, haha, he.
They're messing with us and we don't know it. Probably. Like,
I mean, I like fucking around. I like fucking with people. It's funny. Like, if you're stuck in like this
so
weird dimension where all you can do is just fuck with people, it's kind of funny.
actually to, bounce off of what you're saying though.
Now, a
So,
poltergeist is completely fucking different, but continue.
okay, no, but to bounce off what you're saying, if you talk about an interdimensional being, I think that's what shadow people are. I think that's also my
Yeah,
view.
yeah. I think shadow people are interdimensional.
But then
Dude, I've
here's my
seen
thing,
one.
Roland.
I've seen one a couple times, and it's not fucking fun.
How come we can see them when we're sober? You know what I mean?
Dude, my dad saw 3 of them not too long ago. He woke up freaking the fuck out.
Here's my thing.
And
You were under
I was like, yo, what's good? He's like, bro, there was just, he's like, I've never seen him before. There was legitimately just 3 shadow people standing over me. And I was like, he's like, I couldn't, like, he explained it all to a T. He's like, I don't even know what they were. They were just like, these people made it shadows. And I was like, shadow people? He's like, you can call them that. And I was like, oh, he doesn't know what they are.
your dad had never known about
Didn't
what
know what they
shadow
were.
people
Didn't know
were.
what they were. Didn't know what they were. I don't remember
Hmm.
where my mom was, but she wasn't with us. It might have been when she was spending nights with my gram before she passed away. So my dad was sleeping in the room by himself because she didn't wake up for it, if I'm not mistaken. Because I went in there like, what the
So
fuck? Why is my dad screaming in his bedroom in the middle of the night?
so my question though, Roland. So when you saw that being, you were under the influence. How come we can see shadow people?
We're
You know what
under
I
the
mean?
influence. We're under the influence.
But I've seen them and I'm sober. You know
You've
what I
seen
mean?
them and you're dreaming. What goes into your pineal gland when you dream? What percentage of your brain are
Hmm.
you using when you're dreaming? You're using both sides.
Hmm.
LSD is dreaming with the lights on, buddy.
So what you're saying is that
If you have
whenever I'm looking them,
legitimate LSD, it's dreaming with the lights on.
so basically seeing shadow people, you're
God
seeing
damn it,
it
dude!
in
All
your
right,
aura.
I am not a. It sounds like I'm a spokesperson for it. All right, I'm only telling you guys my personal experience when I was a young, dumb teenager. It has been years since I've touched this stuff. If you did it now, I guarantee it's not the same thing. Guarantee you. It's probably fentanyl in it. Don't fucking touch it.
I guess so. Shadow people then are when we see them, we're in like a dream state then. So then that's what we see in sleep paralysis then.
Well, sleep paralysis is completely fucking different because a lot of people in sleep paralysis, their eyes aren't open, which is weird.
Hmm.
Because they
But
can
yet,
they can legitimately see like their spouse trying to wake them up or something, but their eyes
how's
aren't
that
open.
possible?
Yeah, exactly.
Is your brain like playing a trick on you or something when
How the
you're in
fuck does
sleep
your brain?
paralysis?
You're not supposed to. You really can't wake somebody on sleep paralysis. Same way you shouldn't wake a sleepwalker. But you should kill
What
a
happens if you
sleepwalker.
what happens if you awake a sleepwalker? Do they
They
die
might.
or something?
They could kill you.
Oh,
Because there's been times that people have woken up sleepwalkers and they wake up in a state of panic. And like they don't see you.
there was this one incident I heard of where this one there was this one dude and he was like sleepwalking and he was like looking for his house. And so he like knocked on every single one of his neighbors' doors and they called the cops on him and he didn't know that he was like assaulting a bunch of cops. And then when he like woke
Oh,
up
I
in
heard
a
about
jail
this.
cell,
Yep, I heard
yeah,
about this.
he woke up in a jail cell and he was shocked and he was like, what am I doing here? And so they didn't think that he was sleepwalking, but they were able to prove through like medical records or like sleep records or something. They were basically able to prove
Probably
that he was
family
actually
members.
sleepwalking,
Probably family members.
which is crazy. It's
Well, no,
crazy that
that's because you get like fucking superhuman strength when you're sleepwalking. It's crazy.
yeah, but how though? Why? Why?
Exactly. Because you're dreaming, you're using more percentage of your brain. Sorry.
So
You want to get
then what?
fucking woo woo about it?
We just turn into superhumans or like super gods when like
You just
we're like
don't
dreaming or
feel
something?
anything.
Because bro took down like 8 cops.
All
Bro
right,
fought off
bro.
like
Think about
8 cops.
the people that take fucking bath salts and they just go on a rampage and they're jumping on cars and off. You want to see something scary as fuck? You ever seen the video of the guy jump on the car and eat it? He literally just fucking eats the hood of a car and then just slides across the pavement, gets up immediately and sprints after it fast as fuck. You ever seen that?
That's a real video, y'all. That's a real video.
That shit's fucking scary. You want to talk about superhuman? How's he not broken? Like physically, like can't move.
Have you seen that video of that
There's
super
like cops
fast
like
and
firing fucking 22 calibers into these people, and they're just walking towards them like Iron Man, like Aaron Yeager type shit,
so kind of like a
like
zombie
some
kind of?
like some Ken Koniki type shit. Yeah, for real. It's called Flocka. Flocka.
No, but Roland, like when when we're sleepwalking, we basically kind of turn into zombies, which is actually kind of crazy.
I've sleptwalked multiple times.
But we don't. But like the scariest part is, Roland, we don't know it either. We
No,
don't know it.
of course I didn't know it. I've sleptwalked multiple times. I woke up pissing in the backyard one time.
Seriously?
Swear to God.
Did you wake up in your bed
I
though?
was like 20. This is the first time it's happened since I was a little kid. And the last time since. I was literally like 20. I was taking a piss in the backyard next to the grill. I was like, what the fuck?
Wait, so did you wake up like taking a piss?
So, yeah, I did. Out like literally dick out and everything.
What?
I
That's
was like,
crazy.
what the fuck? It's like I guess I passed both the bathrooms. Like I was like, fuck that. Unlocked the door, went outside.
And Sheena didn't follow you outside?
I wasn't at my house, at my ex's house.
Oh. Oh. Oh, okay.
Oh, she followed me outside. She was like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "I don't know. I literally have no idea." Like I was like, I used to sleepwalk when I was a little kid. I guess I did. I don't know.
And you have no memory of actually like walking out there?
Fuck no, bro. It's a 3-story house. We're on story 3.
Damn. Damn.
Yeah, 0 memory.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird because not now, but like when I was younger, like 16 or 17, there were times where I would go to sleep like in my bed and then I would like wake up on my couch and I would be like, how did I get here? And like my mom would just like put a blanket over me. So
Did you
like I
what? Were you
actively
doing
would have
drugs?
walked like I would have had to have actively walked out there in the middle of, the night and not even like remembered and I probably was just like standing there and
Were you
then like
sober?
hmm
Were you sober?
that was around the time that I was doing stuff. So that might actually explain it, but I just have faint memories of like waking up on my couch. But so do you, Roland, believe, I guess then that like just to kind of wrap the conversation back like around to dimensions and stuff like that. Do you believe when we take LSD or like anything of that nature that we're not necessarily being sent into another dimension, but we're seeing parts of another dimension? Like, do you think that we're seeing stuff that like we normally wouldn't see?
Yeah, I like I said, wizard eyes. It's basically that.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah,
do you
yeah, yeah.
think the guy who created Adventure Time, who clearly has done a fuck ton of psychedelics, created the idea of wizard eyes?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Which is basically that the Ice King is just on DMT constantly.
Yeah. I think
No, if you couple it
here
with the alternate dimension theory, it works out perfectly. Your brainwaves
well,
are dipping into the alternate dimensions, which are layered. You just have to couple it the same way. Dimension 1 is what we see. Dimension and then it just dips. Like our
do
brainwave is
you
only
buy
dipping between one dimension, but then when you're using 2 parts of your brain, you're using a higher percentage.
do you
It's
buy
different
into
from
the
far.
theory that there's different versions of us out there within these like dimensions?
Could be during timelines.
Different
Like
timelines.
maybe
Yeah.
maybe deja vu could be the past. You know what I mean? I've thought that for a long
Hmm.
time.
Deja vu is the past, huh?
Yeah, it's like, oh, I've been here before, but like you haven't in this timeline.
Hmm. Yeah, because actually, Roland, to kind of piggyback off of that, I've had memories of things that like I haven't done.
I've had memories of like I'll show up to a place and like I'll know where the bathroom is. A place that I've
Yeah,
never
weird.
fucking been to. Like in the
But
middle of Wyoming.
maybe your other you has actually
That's what
has
that's what,
actually
I'm,
like
that's what
been
I'm
there.
saying. And then something that Quarter Black Garrett, I believe, brought up about this on Forbidden Frontier as well was what's your gut feeling? Like, is that the future?
You mean like when we have like a gut feeling about something?
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to talk about the future, um, I've told
Future.
I've told this story on Monday Night Mayhem before. It was actually on the very first one, but since
Tell it
you
again.
told
Tell it again for the new viewers.
since you told your story, I guess I can tell mine. So, do you remember when I was working at Sesame?
Yeah, actually, I do.
Okay, so I had a dream the night before my shift that I was walking to the employee gate and a red car crashed into a white car and there was a SEPTA bus in front of it. And the way that the red car crashed into the white car, it crashed into the back of the SEPTA, and the family inside of the white car had to be taken away in an ambulance, right? So let me tell you something, right? So I'm walking into work the next day, and a red car crashes into a white car, and the white car crashes into the back of a SEPTA bus, and the family has to be taken away in an ambulance, dog. Did I see the future? Did
But
I dream the
you
future?
contract with the future devil and not tell me?
No, but like, how how do I how and what did I see? What's your theory? Did I see into the future or what?
I don't know, man.
It was the same exact thing, Roland. The same exact dream. But
Like, you
it
woke
happened.
up and saw that dream and was like, what the fuck? And then got ready for work and then went to work and it happened.
Yes, yes. It literally happened. The same thing, the same exact dream happened in real life.
You know what?
Yes.
I don't know exactly how I feel about that. Chat, what do you think about it? Leave your comments below.
I I think I saw in I think personally I saw into the future. I think that's my personal point of view.
Roman, I'm going to tell you one thing. The
What's up?
T1000 beats your phone guy.
The T1000 can suck on my knob, bro.
T1000 beats your phone guy. Beats your grabber. Beats your fucking...
Cap. Shut up. Stop.
No,
No.
it's true.
The Grabber's the greatest horror villain of all time.
He
I'm
fucking
not
is.
saying I'm not saying that he's the greatest villain of all time.
Dracula kicks his ass.
Who?
Did you say who? Dracula?
You cut out. Oh, Dracula?
Dracula kicks his ass.
Which version of Dracula are we talking about here?
None of the pussy versions.
Yeah, like I'm saying, like modern
OG Dracula.
modern day Dracula, the Grabber watches them.
Christopher Lee Dracula. Done.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Bro
All right,
turns
yeah.
Bro turns into bats. He can melt into shadows. He's fast as fuck and strong as shit. Before this motherfucker even makes it to his phone, he's already down there and crushed it. Go right past you and crush that shit, and you're fucked.
Okay. 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 All right, but in the second movie, he doesn't need it. He doesn't need his phone.
How do you kill Dracula, Roman?
You can't.
There's only one way.
Well, yeah, but the grabber doesn't. Okay, you're right because the grabber doesn't have those powers.
What are those powers?
The one way to kill Dracula.
They're
Honestly,
not.
I forget.
Well, it would be a
How do you
wooden
kill?
stake through the heart.
I mean, the grabber could honestly probably
Or
do that.
cutting his head off.
Like,
But you need something that can cut off the strongest man in the world's head. And I don't mean
a
strong
machete
as
wouldn't do it.
I don't mean strong as in muscular. I mean strong as in his skin is strong as shit.
A machete wouldn't do it. The
Fuck
grabber's
no.
got a machete.
Pretty sure he needed a silver sword in order to cut his head off.
Okay, but like, I'll just I'll spoil it for you right now.
You're just mad that
In
Dracula's the best horror villain of all time.
in the second Black Phone movie, the grabber is like a spirit, so he's like,
Okay?
so much more powerful in that movie.
Can he
He
pick shit
dies
up?
at the end of the what?
Can he pick shit up? Like, can he physically pick
Sorry.
up like a wooden stake
Yes.
or a silver sword?
Yes. Yes. He's so he's basically he's basically Freddy from Nightmare on Elm Street
Knock off
in the
Freddy,
second
gotcha.
movie.
Okay.
I'm just saying
Dracula still
he's so much
bodies
more
him. Dracula will just beat the shit
he's
out of him in the dream world.
how the hell can Dracula beat up a spirit?
Dracula is one. He's undead,
I know,
bro.
but so is the grabber in the second movie.
So then it's a fucking tie.
Yeah,
Because
but then,
Dracula's never gonna
the
let
grabber
him get a fucking wooden stake. He's just gonna keep fucking with him. He can turn into a million bats and fly away.
can go like
Dracula can
below
hide in the
ice.
shadow.
The grabber can go like
Okay, so how does the
below
grabber
ice.
die? How does the grabber die?
In the first movie, the
No,
kid
the second
strangles
movie.
him.
The second movie.
In the second one, they bury him like below ice, pretty much.
So then he's not an interdimensional powerful god. Dracula's got his ass. If ice can kill him, ice can't kill Dracula. Ice
The
can
grabber's
deport
a
you.
spirit, though.
So why
grabber's
does
a
the
spirit.
ice stop him? Why does the ice stop him if he's a spirit? Spirits can travel through walls. I have first-hand
Because
experience.
they trap his soul. They trap his soul
Okay,
under like
Dracula is one of the
the
smartest
ice.
people on the planet. He can definitely do that. He's a scientist. He's a mad scientist as well.
Trap
He's
his
most certain.
trap his soul in ice. Trap his
He
soul.
literally
in
has
ice.
magic. You're telling me that these retard kids figured this out, but Dracula can't figure it out.
The retard kids beat the grabber once. I mean,
Who
look,
beat him the second time? So they kill him. They kill him physically the first time, and he comes back as this interdimensional god. And they're just like, I don't know. Let's put him in a fucking cooler. Roman, you're not. Yo, Dracula whips his ass.
no, because the grabber would just the grabber would just grab him. You know what I mean? And
He
he
can't
would,
turn into bats or shadow or mist. Dracula can also turn into mist. Legitimate mist. What the fuck are you gonna do against mist? What if he just goes down the fucking into the grabber's lungs and just fucking explodes? Turns into bats and starts gnawing at him.
the grabber's powers. Okay. I know what these are, but okay. So he would actually be able to hear he would be able to hear Dracula coming. He also has supernatural manifestation. He can, trap people. He can cut power off to things and stuff like that. Like he he literally can do everything in the normal world in the second movie, but no one can see him. Would Dracula be able to see him? You know, like if Dracula
Yeah,
can't see
Dracula doesn't
him,
have to
he
say him,
can't.
we can smell him.
Okay, no, but you don't get my point. No one can see or hear or smell him in the second movie, except for
Dracula
one
has
person.
supernatural senses. He can sense demons and ghosts. And actually has dominion over them, but that's a completely different thing.
Damn, damn. So you're telling me that even if the grabber's like invisible, Dracula would still be able to sense
He would
him?
know he's there, yeah.
Damn. Shit. All right. I concede.
Hold
I
on.
concede.
I'm doing a thing right now. Give me a second.
What is the thing that you are doing, brother? What is this thing?
Yo, I asked I asked ChatGPT. I said Dracula. I said, okay, who would win in a battle between classic Dracula and the grabber from the Black Phone? It said, that's a fun and dark matchup. Let's break it down. Dracula, abilities, superhuman strength, speed and reflexes, immortality, regenerative healing, hypnotic mind control and shapeshifting, bat, wolf, mist, can turn others into vampires, often resistant to most conventional weapons. Weaknesses, sunlight, holy symbols, silver, and stakes through the heart. Needs blood to stay at full strength. Can't enter homes uninvited. The grabber, abilities, human, physically strong, clever, extremely sadistic, skilled in psychological manipulation and stealth, uses fear and traps to control his victims, operates in his own home territory where he plans everything. Weaknesses, entirely human. Vulnerable to physically harm, has no supernatural powers.
In the first movie.
Overconfident and reliant on control and through fear. Battle scenario. If we're talking a straight up fight, Dracula annihilates the grabber. It's literally what it says.
In the first movie. We're
However,
not
if
talking
you
about
wanted
the
a
second movie
psychological
grabber.
horror matchup, trapped in the Dragger's territory, it would have to be. He would have to make it. Yeah. So daylight doesn't legitimately kill Dracula. So what it said was the grabber could weaken him or possibly injure him if he trapped him in his territory by making it daylight. But by the time it becomes nighttime, he's fucked. They're like basically by the time that Dracula, by the time it becomes nighttime, Dracula just kills him.
Yeah,
Even
all
in
right.
his territory.
Okay.
Dracula's the
But we're not.
ultimate horror villain, buddy.
But I'm just saying they're not taking into account the second movie when it comes to the
Okay, I will
when it
literally
comes to the
say
grabber.
take into account the second. Well, no, I think they are because they said his territory making it daytime.
Well, they're in a camp in the second movie where he murdered where it was essentially his first ever victims, the souls of his victims. Like he was feeding off of the souls of his first ever victims
Yo,
there.
okay. how the battle might play out. Given the supernatural escalation of both characters, the matchup is much more even, though I still lean towards Dracula. Here's a breakdown. Initial encounter. Dracula swoops in. His speed and strength likely overwhelm many foes against a ghostish grabber. Dracula might catch him off guard. But Grabber's supernatural form means his vulnerabilities as a human, e.g., being physically injured, are diminished. Dracula's standard physical tools may not fully incapacitate him, environment and strategy. If the fight happens during the day in sunlight, Dracula is at a disadvantage unless he's prepared or using his mist/bat form. If it happens at night or in the haunted environment that favors the grabber, dream realm, old campsite, memory space, then grabber gains major advantage. His powers are strongest in his native territory, buried bodies. Dracula's strengths can exploit physical dominance, ancient knowledge, many supernatural capabilities. He might attempt to neutralize grabber by severing his ties to the site or dragging him into the sunlight or holy ground. Grabber's
Yeah,
tactics.
so
Using
in the
fear.
second movie, sorry,
You're
no,
good.
I was just gonna say, so the way that they win in the second movie is that they have to free the souls of the boys that he had killed because his powers were thriving off of those souls not being able to go to the afterlife. So if you separate him from that place, you can beat him. But he is literally
Right.
like unstoppable in that place. Is kind of my whole point.
So,
Proceed.
um, yeah, using fear and dream invasion, he might strike psychologically before physically, which Dracula may be vulnerable when sleeping or distracted, though vampires often have strong mental defenses. His power source, the buried victims, the fear of the living, if Dracula interrupts the source, for example, by recovering or destroying the buried bodies, it weakens Grabber. In Black Phone 2, the protagonist retrieved the deceased to strip Grabber's power. If Dracula fights in normal mode, nighttime, but not in non-familiar territory, he may adapt quickly to overpower Grabber's ghostly form by sheer force or by exploiting his lack of varied powers. If the battleground is something akin to the haunted camp, dreamscape, or Grabber reigns, then Dracula is the visitor. There's a possibility Grabber traps him in a dream or memory loop, uses the environment and fear advantage, maybe even turning Dracula's own weaknesses against him by
You see what I
psychological
mean?
torment. Hold on. Given all of this, I still lean towards Dracula winning, but with a tougher fight than in a standard human versus vampire scenario. Dracula has the edge in most scenarios because he's more powerful overall and more versatile. But if Grabber picks the setting, uses his ghostly powers in his home turf, he could somewhat realistically defeat or more likely neutralize Dracula temporarily. So if I pick a likely outcome, Dracula wins after a prolonged, nightmare-fueled battle, but only because he adapts, exploits Dracula's versatility, and drains the ghost source of power. Grabber might win if the fight is structured in a way that maximizes all of his strengths. Yeah, but
So Dracula would basically
this is supposed to be an even fight.
Dracula
You're not going to maximize his strengths.
Dracula would basically have to do what the kids do in the second movie, and they would have to free the souls that the grabber killed,
No, because
and
they
then
also
he
talk
can
about
beat him.
the fact that Dracula could neutralize him with magic for the time being. But it would be a long and arduous fight.
I can.
But
So
one of Dracula's main powers is how fucking smart he is. Like it wouldn't
in
take
his
him
human
long
form,
to realize this. And here's the thing, because the only way to truly kill Dracula would be to cut his head off or stab him in the heart. Like, okay, if I'm telling the grabber that that's his two weapons that he has to find, then it's only fair for me to tell Dracula that he has to find where the kids are buried. And if that's the case, Dracula is just booking it there immediately, and it's over.
yeah. So then, like the win is whoever gets to the other thing first, right?
Pretty much.
So
Because
here's my
I'll even
contention.
give the grabber the weapons in the beginning, but the fact of the matter is Dracula is just fast as fuck.
So Dracula would get to the bodies in no time.
I mean, he would just have to have a hint. Like, to be
Dracula would
fair,
have to know where all four of the bodies are buried.
if I'm giving a silver sword, a holy cross, and a what's it called, a stake to the grabber, that's like anointed to kill Dracula, then I owe Dracula a little bit of like a buff, which is just
No, I mean
he knows the
that's fair.
location, but he has to go past the grabber first. You know what I mean, or something like that, or like it's in the middle of the
Yeah,
map, or like something.
yeah.
But
If they're not fighting
I
on,
still think he's way faster, dude. This motherfucker can turn into mist. Like, you can't cut his head off if he's mist. You can't cut his head off if he's a shadow. He can turn into a dog. He can turn into bats. He can fly. He can literally fly. Can the grabber fly?
he can levitate. He can't fly.
Yeah, he's fucked. Sorry, buddy. In
I
that
think
scenario.
if they're fighting on the campground, it's a much more even fight. But if they're not, then yes, Grabber does get washed,
No, I still think it
especially
could
in
be
his human
easy.
form.
I think to give the grabber an advantage, I'll just put it in the campground. But I still think if he's getting the weapons in order to murder Dracula, then I think that Dracula gets the opportunity to know that he has to do a certain thing.
You know what? That's fair. I think I
And I
will
think in that
submit that
scenario, it's probably it.
Dracula's the greatest horror villain there. Boom.
I'm not saying he's the best
Call it.
written. I'm just saying you asked me somebody that could beat the grabber. That was your question. Give me somebody that can beat the grabber. Dracula can beat the grabber.
And for chat, because I know y'all play this back, what I'm talking about is the grabber from the second Black Phone, because in the first one he's just a human. But in the second one, he's not. He's like a spirit. He's like a monster demon god. And so he's a lot more powerful in that one. And so I think do I think that he wins a lot of the time? No, but I think in the second the grabber from Black Phone 2 could stand up to most horror villains. Not saying that he would beat them, but if you're fighting on his turf, a lot of them would have trouble with him. At least that's my at least that's my at least that's my view. Like the only one that would like go in there besides Dracula, I think, and not have any problems, probably like Jason. I think that's it. Otherwise, I think that everyone else would have some sort of a problem. But
Hold on, dude.
yeah,
I'm asking it something right now.
I'm scared about what. I'm scared about what.
Dude, I'm so. You know what? It's not even a horror villain, but Anakin Skywalker's whipping his ass.
All right, bro, stop it. Cap.
Oh my god, this one went into rounds.
Did you really put in Anakin
Oh my
Skywalker?
god! I put the Xenomorph against them. Black
you really
Phone
put
2
in-
Resurrection versus Alien. Let's imagine
really
it
put
happens.
in-
I put in a Xenomorph. I told you that's the first thing I said. You said who could beat the grabber? I said a Xenomorph. Let's imagine it happens in the grabber's haunted territory. His frozen camp, midnight, fog rolling in, victims' whispers echoing through the trees. Manifest trying to stalk the creature like he would a human, whispering, creating illusions, attempting to trigger fear, The xenomorph doesn't feel fear or emotion. Psychological attacks fail instantly. The grabber realizes his usual fuel isn't working. No soul to torment, no fear to feed on. Advantage xenomorph. Round 2. Counterattack. The xenomorph senses movement, heat, motion, sound, and strikes with animal precision. Lunges through shadows, claws, and tail flashing. If the grabber's form is physical, he's shredded instantly. If he's spectral, the xenomorph's attacks pass through, confusing it, forcing it to adapt. Advantage split. Depends if the grabber can manifest solidly. Round 3. The environment shifts. The grabber realizes brute force won't work. He wraps the environment into an illusion, twisting the camp into a nightmare of corridors, a trap maze. The xenomorph navigates purely by instinct, no confusion, no hallucination, can fully derail it. It might ignore illusions entirely, tracking scent and heat. If the grabber materializes to strike, the xenomorph's acid blood makes close combat deadly. One scratch or bite from the alien can melt through the grabber's manifested form, maybe even disrupting his essence. Advantage xenomorph. Round 4, final clash. The grabber tries one last move, summoning the souls of the children he killed to attack. The xenomorph annihilates everything in sight, driven purely by survival. Ghosts are intangible, but the alien's relentless movement, destruction, and lack of consciousness give it a weird edge. There's nothing for the grabber to control or possess. Eventually, the xenomorph tears apart the physical environment, destroying the area that anchors the grabber's power, his feeding ground. Without his nexus, the grabber fades into the void. Summary: the xenomorph wins because it's an apex predator with no soul and no fear. The two things the grabber depends on. The grabber can terrify, manipulate, and torment humans or ghosts, but against a creature that's pure instinct and acid blood, he's completely out of his depth. The only way the grabber might win is by trapping the xenomorph in a realm where it can't physically escape. But even then, the alien doesn't die. It just waits, and when he manifests again, it will strike.
God damn.
The xenomorph is terrifying, dude.
We should save what I'm about to ask for Roller Roam. Actually, yes. Okay. Think about this for Friday, Roland. The Xenomorph versus Alien X. Think about that. Save
No,
that
it's
for
gonna.
Friday.
I mean, I could literally just tell you right now that Alien X just annihilates anything. You can't use Alien X in these things.
Even Eisen? Silence.
Oh my god! You know what? You know what? If it has no soul and no fear, could you legitimately fuck with its mind if it doesn't have one and it's pure instinct? I still think Eisen just fucking cuts it to shreds. But I
Does
don't think
Eisen
his,
defeat
I don't think
Alien
his
X?
I don't think his sword would work on it.
Yeah. It can't, right?
It can't because it fucks with your mind. It doesn't have one.
And you told me Eisen was unbeatable.
He is unbeatable. He'd still fucking cut it in pieces. He'd still annihilate it with magic.
But then it would stop Eisen from ever even doing that, right?
What do you mean? Holy
Can't, like,
shit!
Alien X...
If a face hugger jumped on Eisen, it'd be over for everything of all time. You would have a fucking xenomorph Eisen.
Can't Alien X delete you before you're, like, even born, though?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying like Alien X is unfair. He beats everything.
So Alien X would delete Eisen before Eisen was even born.
Not Eisen with the Hogyoku.
What
You
makes
gotta
him
watch
so
Bleach.
special with that? What makes him so special with that?
He's basically the Soul King.
So Alien X would not be able to stop him from like being born in that
Oh,
sense.
he could literally just like make himself born.
So basically, there's no stopping Isaac.
Well, yeah, because Alien X would like take weight, and Eisen's not Alien's telekinetic powers. It's magic, legitimately. So like he would probably just be in that space where Ben 10's talking to the three faces and just kill all three of the faces. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Like that's how Kubo would write him if Ben 10 was like Ichigo. It'd be like if Vilgax just fucking punched through and was inside Alien X's head and just murdered all three of the fucking skulls. You were like, what the fuck? Like that would be Eisen. Because here's how he gets them. Oh, if I say it, it spoils shit. No, Eisen beats Alien X. Holy shit, he does. Holy shit, he fucking does. Oh my god, he fucking does.
Alien X wins?
No, Eisen beats him.
Oh.
Because of the twist.
The twist in Bleach?
All Alien X needs to all that needs to happen is Ben 10 needs to see his sword. That's it. That's it. If he's going up against Ben 10 with his sword out, that's it. It's done. If you see his blade, you're under his genjutsu, or basically his genjutsu. It's done. Alien X will think that it's deleting all this other shit. It'll probably just be killing all its own people.
So all Eisen has to
Holy
do
shit, Eisen
is...
wipes Alien X. As long as Eisen because here's the thing. The whole point is don't let him show me your don't see his sword. All he has to do is go into battle with the sword out already. You're already under his jutsu. Anybody that's seen his Shikai.
But what if Alien X doesn't see his sword though?
I don't think it can do anything. Doesn't it have to like legitimately like raise its hand to affect a person?
That's true, yes.
It has to be looking at them. It can't just like think of them. Like it has to be fighting the person. It can't. It can't just. It's not Death Note. You know what I mean?
That's true. Wait, Roland. There's
Eisen
one character.
Eisen might actually rock Alien X.
No, there's one character that Eisen would not be able to put under his spell.
I want you to watch Bleach and then tell me that.
You have to see the sword, right?
No, you have to witness the Bankai. Is what's or not Bankai, the Shikai, which is said. You have to witness the Shikai. But I guess if you're blind, you can't witness it.
Daredevil.
Yeah, he's done though. It doesn't matter. With Flash Step, with the fact that Eisen could literally teleport through him, he's fucked. Sorry, buddy.
Damn. All right, Batman can build an anti-Eisen suit.
No, he can't. Not when Eisen makes every
Batman-
single person that Batman likes go to him and try to kill him.
Yeah,
Because
but
they
what
all-
if Batman could see that coming, though?
Then he'll just
What
have
if
to kill
Batman
everybody
sees-
he loves.
Okay. But what I'm saying is that Batman would prep for all of that.
How do you make an anti-Eisen suit, bro? He nuked the fucking Serete.
So what you're saying is that there's no character that can stop Eisen.
I'm waiting for somebody to tell me one that can. No, yeah, Alien X can definitely stop him, but like the thing is, you would have to literally just have instantaneous Alien X, which is like an unfair fight. Because like Alien X annihilates anybody instantaneously if he's already in Alien X mode. Now, also talking about Halloween. There's a movie that came out on Friday. And it is Roman. Roman. What? Roman. What did I talk about? Guys, okay, guys, this is kind of sort of Halloween. Because on Friday night, when we did the stream, and Roman and I talked about the fact that Chainsaw Man was the shit. I said I can't wait to see what the weekend box office is. And that's a spooky movie.
Yeah.
Go and see it if you like Chainsaw Man. If you like anime, go and watch Chainsaw Man. This will make you watch season 1. Go and watch the movie. Go and see it in theaters. If you have a theater near you that's showing it, it is so goddamn worth it. But guess what? This is coming from Variety. And dude, I called it. We called it, Roman. We were like, no, this thing's going to blow shit out of the water. First fucking weekend, people, for an anime movie. Look at this.
What did it do? What
Box
what-
office Chainsaw
what did
Man
it do?
is latest anime with 18 million debut. Springsteen underwhelms with 8.7 million.
No way. Shut the fuck up.
Chainsaw Man is fucking killing it. Chainsaw Man, the movie
Chainsaw
Rize
Man?
Arc, the latest offering from Sony's Crunchyroll, was number 1 at the box office with 18 million from 3,003 North American theaters. Monday's final tally was higher than Sunday's estimate of 17.2 million. It's the second consecutive success for Crunchyroll's following September sleeper hit Demon Slayer with its 70 million debut. But Chainsaw Man's rated R. To a lesser degree, Chainsaw Man also eclipsed expectations while managing to outpace a movie about one of the biggest names in music, Disney and the 20th century's musical biopic Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere, an adaptation of Colleen Hoover's best-selling novel. Dude, so fucking Chainsaw Man beat out Disney. Let's go, baby! It opened at 13.68 million in 3,393 venues. That's a whole 390 venues more. With Sunday's estimates, the film was number 3 with 12.8 million. It ended up ranking above Black Phone 2 with Monday's final tally. Sorry, Roman.
Yeah, but no, but listen to me. Black Phone 2 came out 3 weeks ago. So it should be at that point.
Yeah, I know, but it's still in theaters though. Black Phone 2
Yeah.
in third with 12.9 million from 3,460 theaters. It was shown in more theaters but had less viewers. Chainsaw Man, which serves as a sequel to the popular, whatever. Yeah, you guys all know that. Nearly 75% of opening weekend crowds were males, while 50% were under the age of 25. Yeah, whatever. Opening follows a big success in Asia. Yeah, Chainsaw Man's. Whew.
Springsteen got beaten
Dude.
out. That's funny as hell. That's funny as hell.
Dude, it got beat out by Chainsaw Man. Let's go. Even if it happens, Chainsaw Man has already grossed 108 million worldwide.
Oh,
Dude,
God,
this is literally only the first weekend.
you know that made me happy.
How many people do you think are waiting to go see it?
A lot of people, I'm sure.
I think there's a lot of people that are going to be seeing Chainsaw Man this week and next week. I can't wait to see the 2-week out box office. We will review it on the show, but guys, since it's Monday, I had to, and it's Halloween.
You know
Chainsaw
who
Man's a Halloween.
Listen,
hold on, real quick. If you like anime, I don't care if you've seen season 1. Just fucking watch this movie while it's in theaters. It will blow your mind.
Shout out to him. Trav was asking me about the Chainsaw Man movie, and he was like, "Do I have to see season 1 before watching it?" I was like, "You probably should, but like it's mad short."
You should, but like just watch the 12 episodes, dude. It's so worth it. And then go see the movie while it's still in theaters because it's fucking awesome.
The movie is incredible.
And it's
might be the best movie I've seen.
Yeah, you don't watch it on the small screen at home. Go and see it in the theaters. It's totally worth it. Totally worth it. It was, Roman, correct me if I'm wrong, a mind-blowing experience.
Yeah.
Yo,
I may or may not be working on.
When she threw her head through the window? Oh, my damsel in distress act didn't work.
I may or may not be making a video on it. Turned out the end of the year at some point, but
yeah, well, you better let me have a segment in that video.
Of course. No, but so I'm just glad to see that, dude, because you know something? I had a theory the whole time that like I thought that Springsteen was, I thought that was gonna flop because he's not Elvis and he's not Michael. You know what I mean? Like he had one big song. That's it.
He had a couple,
You know,
but like, none of them are good.
Yeah.
Sorry, like, is anybody sitting here going like, man, I love Born in the USA. That's my favorite song. I don't think anybody has ever seen it.
I mean, do people even like associate him with that song, or do they just know the song? You know what I mean? Like you hear the song, but you don't think of him.
Why did they make a song about Billy or a movie about Billy Joel and then him? Why are those the two songs? And like everybody's getting them mixed up because they both look like the same movie. Have you seen the trailer for both of those?
I have. It literally
looks
like the same movie.
They look like the same. I'm like, wait, who's playing Billy Joel and who's playing fucking what's his face? Bruce Springsteen. I can't tell. It's two weird looking guys with larger noses. Like I don't understand who's who. Is it the guy from The Bear or is the guy from Dune? Who's playing who?
I think that when Michael comes out next year, I think that's gonna make.
Yeah, we're watching that.
I think that's gonna make a lot more money than what.
That's a documentary, though. Right? It's not a biopic, is it?
It's actually a biopic.
Who's playing him?
Hold on. I can look it up right now. I know this isn't
supposed to come out next year too.
Who's playing?
There's one movie coming out for each Beatle next year, or like in the next couple of years.
Michael Jackson in the biopic. Jafar Jackson. So his nephew.
Oh, good.
his nephew looks just like him.
Yeah, I know Jafar Jackson. I don't know him, but like I know of him.
So they actually made a good pick when it came to Michael Jackson, and he sounds like him too. So, but
Roman, give me one more spooky
apparently
thing.
it's gonna come.
We talked about scary things from
One
space.
more-
We talked about whatever the fuck was spooky in the beginning. I don't remember. Give me something else
Well,
spooky.
this is so I'm not gonna tell you guys where we went to high school, but this involves me and Roland's
These scary
high
stories.
school.
Well, let me
He
check
may
the.
or may not know.
Also, have to check the Monday Night Mayhem chat and see if anybody has sent me their scary stories.
He may or may not know the story that I am about to tell here. So this was when I was in 11th grade. The upstairs F hall bathroom. So no one really went into that bathroom much because that was my favorite bathroom whenever I was trying to just like fuck around and like not like, go back to class. Like I would always go up to the upstairs F hall bathroom because it was always cool in there and no one ever like went in there. So
It
I'm
was
going in
always
there, right? And I'm taking a piss, right? And I go to wash my hands and y'all,
somebody was
I
jerking
swear
off.
on everything. No, I swear on everything that I love. So, Roland, you've been in the bathrooms at this school, but you also just know how bathrooms work in general. G- Generally, the bathrooms at our high school, they had two stalls in them. Well, the second stall on the very right, the larger one, dog, there was feet hanging out of it, hanging out of like the ceiling. And when I went in there, like I looked down to see if I'm seeing things, and then I walk into the stall and the feet are gone, dog. But if you remember, there were a lot of lynchings near where our school was in like the 30s and 40s. And so I theorize that I potentially saw
I
a
think it was a
wandering
little bit
soul.
before the 30s and 40s, but
Okay, but the point is, I think I saw a wandering soul that
yeah,
got me.
that was like civilized times around here. I think it was a lot longer before the 30s and 40s. But anyway, yes.
I'm, s- I'm saying near where our school was like a huge lynching ground, basically. And I think I think I ran into or encountered a lynching victim because the bathroom started flooding like out of nowhere. That bathroom always flooded.
That's
They
true.
had to like close it. They had to like close it down like 3 or 4 times a year because it always flooded.
Yeah, my
So,
ex girlfriend
and
went into the D hall bathroom. Pause, and she came out white as a ghost, whiter than normal. Freaked the
yeah,
fuck out because she said the lights flashed and she like saw a chick hanging from the ceiling. And she was like bawling when she came out of the bathroom. I was like, "What the fuck happened?" She's like, I don't know." Yo, you want to talk about creepy shit? Those fucking woods are creepy as fuck.
facts.
I've been chased out of them.
Weren't you and our friends like in that forest and you heard something like go into the water or
Yeah.
something?
Yep. Yep. Oh, I'm getting chills. Yep. Yeah, it was like we heard this really weird call. And like
Now,
my
for those of
cousin's
you that don't
brother's
know, Roland knows what birds sounds like, and he like insists that like that was not a bird, right?
I know birds.
That you heard.
I know all the sounds in Pennsylvania of all the animals, and I know sounds in a lot of other countries, states of other animals. I've been in most states of the country. I've spent time in each one of them, and so you have to walk across a train trestle across the creek to where we got to, but you have to go through the woods behind the school, which is like a mile, and then you have to like go up. And we used to do this, my friends from Scouts and I, just for the shits and giggles in the middle, like I don't know, we would like get dinner and then be like, fuck it, what are we gonna do? I don't know, you wanna go walk around the woods? And be like, yeah, sure, why not? Because that's the only place you could go and do it in the middle of the night. No one's gonna come bother you. They're gonna be like, oh, the park's closed. It's like, we're just trying to walk around fucking, I don't know, have a campfire or some shit, like whatever. So we'd walk through it, go over the train trestle to the other side. So you have to like walk across the train bridge. You like slide down the fucking outcropping and kind of like get down onto like these like rocks and tree limbs and shit, and then you're like down on the riverbank, bro. And we're like walking on the riverbank, and we just keep hearing this sound. And it sounded like we are like over and over again, and we were like, what the fuck is that? Like it's like on the other side of the river from us, so on the side we have to go back to, right? And we're like, all of us are scouts, all of us are Eagle Scouts on top of that, and we're like, all of us know these animals. We've been camping for 12 years. We're like, what the fuck is this thing? Like, we don't understand. Like, we're like, we've never heard this ever anywhere. We've been in multiple states camping, and we're like, what the fuck is this? And then we start hearing it like directly across the water from us as we move our way up. And my cousin has the bright idea to answer it and mix the sound. And it's pitch black, bro. We're in the middle of the fucking woods. I have to climb back up the train trestle to get across that all the way back over to the woods where we had to go into. I must set a location. The woods we need to get into, and then back up onto the field and then back up to our car, right? Bro, he answers it. It answers back. He answers again like 30 seconds later after we're like, don't fucking do that again. He did it, and we hear a splash, like the size of a person jump in the water.
The size of a person? That's crazy.
Like, it didn't sound like a rock getting thrown. It didn't sound like something falling. It sounded like a person jumping into the water like a cannonball. And then we started backing up and going the other direction, right? We're like, fuck that, right? So we start moving, and then behind us, down the fucking bank, we hear the sound. And I was like, fuck it, we're out. I don't care if we got numbers. And we fucking booked it, dude. Like, and like, we heard it for the next fucking mile. Like, it was following us. Like, legitimately, we would hear, like, big limbs of trees, like, like, I have 3 witnesses. I will shit you not, dude. That is not the first weird thing that has happened in those woods, but that is certainly the scariest. And that did not happen too long before or either after what happened to our friend Dylan.
Mm-hmm. Which we got to get him on at some point so that he can properly tell that story himself.
Yeah. That shit.
That story.
Dude,
those woods are haunted, bro. Those woods are haunted.
We ran a mile. We literally ran a mile in the woods, in the pitch black, with nothing but the moonlight. We booked that shit. We were out.
Now, here's my question. Did you see it?
Actually, funnily enough, funnily enough, the guy that we just saw the movie with on Friday was there for that.
No shit.
Yeah, he was one of the three of us. It was Burns, myself, him, and Hannon.
And you guys are all honest
We all
guys.
went. Yeah,
So
no, we all were sober, and we all went. Fuck this, we're out.
did you see anything or just hear it? Like, did you see
Dude,
it?
no, it was down. Like it was in the dark. But I'll tell you, when we thought it was gone, and it wasn't. Like we thought it was gone, and we started walking once we made it to the top of the cliff face, as we're coming out of the valley, and we were like, "All right, we're chilling." Like we're like all it is a straight shot now, right to the field and the cars. So we're just gonna like, all right, let's all calm down for a little bit. We haven't heard nothing in a little while, bro. We literally hear "Ka-tang!" like this big ass snap, and we're like, "Fuck that!" And we were just out. We booked it. Like, dude, it was right fucking behind us. Like, it didn't want us there. Like, it was just snapping shit to, like, just keep getting us the fuck out. You can ask him.
You said that when you heard it jump into the water, it was a human-sized splash. You
It
said
sounded heavy. Like, heavy. Like, at least, like, a child. Like, or like a large dog. Like, big. Like a chimp. Like a chimpanzee. Like, there he is.
Crimson. What's going on, Crimson?
No, dude, it was something else. It
Are you
was,
sure you
yeah.
didn't like encounter?
A
Are
fucking
you sure you didn't like
skinwalker? No, I'm
encounter?
not. I'm not sure I didn't encounter a skinwalker.
No, like a fox or something. A fox or
Yeah,
like a
I have
bear.
fox. I have fox in my neighborhood. I know what they sound like. They scream all the time. They sound like this. Ah! 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 That's what foxes do.
What about like a bear?
Roman, I've encountered so many bears, you wouldn't fucking believe it. I've been face to face with a grizzly bear and 2 cubs. That's the most terrifying shit. That's more horrifying than Halloween. I
So
know
are you
animals.
saying that you encountered?
I'm a
Are you
backcountry
saying that
hiker,
you?
dude. I've hiked 5 days in the middle of Bumblefuck with no cell service, where
Are you
the
saying
only
that
thing
you
I
encountered
have is a
something?
sat phone. All I have is a satellite phone that can get me out of there with a helicopter if I get hurt. Yes, I've been in face to face with bears.
Are you saying that you encountered something supernatural? Then is that what you're saying?
I'm saying we encountered something we have no fucking idea what it was, and it was big, and it followed us for a mile and a half up steep terrain. Really, really steep terrain that we somehow we literally climbed up a fucking sheer cliff face at one point.
You sure it wasn't a homeless dude just like fucking with you?
I would be really surprised if a malnourished homeless dude was able to do that because we would have kicked the shit out of him. You're not understanding how far we came from, Roman. We came from Feasterville to Neshaminy.
Okay, yeah, no, that's far.
Basically
That's
from
far.
the spot to the school.
That's far.
That's
You
far.
know. Yeah.
A homeless
Yeah,
guy's
no, it's
not
a hike.
snapping massive twigs in half either. Like massive branches that we hear like crack. Like shit that echoes. Like echoes loud from behind us. Like as if it's literally just like ripping them off a tree and snapping them.
Yeah,
That happened.
that's
That
true.
happened twice. The other times, it was all just like every time we'd slow down, you would just hear another like of like another tree snap, like another like twig just getting snapped off the tree. Could have been a fucking squatch, but I'd be surprised if a squatch was in this area. I think it's more likely it's whatever the fuck found Dylan.
There's definitely something in those woods then,
It's the
for
same
sure.
woods. It's the same woods. They stretch for miles.
You guys might have encountered a skinwalker.
We encountered something. We encountered something and it didn't want us there and it fucking chased us out.
I mean, I know that Crimson,
We
who
didn't go
is the
there for a
resident,
long dude, we didn't go there for a long time after that.
I know that Crimson, who is the skeptic, is gonna roll his eyes at this, but this is true. Where we went to high school is literally a hotbed for like UFOs and like, paranormal stuff. So like it it's not too out of the ordinary, I feel like, for someone to be in those woods.
It's not out of the ordinary for people to see shit, no. A lot of people have. Like, there's been times
Yeah,
that like
I've heard.
kids have left, like kids have literally come back to class like crying that they saw
Mhm.
shit in the bathroom, or like, yeah, it wasn't uncommon in school for people to get freaked out really randomly over shit, and then have people just be like they'd tell you later, like, nah, they said they saw a ghost. Like, dude, I was at the fucking school one night at like 2 a.m. walking around with my friends, and all the fucking lights turned on and then just flashed and turned off.
What?
We were like, that was fucking weird.
You
Like
were
the entire
in the
the
school?
entire school on the inside lit up.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah, like it all turned on at like 2 a.m.
Hell no. Hell no. Uh-uh.
Or no, I'm sorry. It was on because I used to leave the lights on. It was on and then it flashed off over and over again and then turned back on.
Oh, it flashed off.
It was like it just turned off. Like everything turned off and we were like, what the fuck? And then it turned on and then it turned off and then it flashed and then it turned off and then it turned on. We were like, like none of the other like there's houses directly across the street. They're on the same grid. They didn't have that happen. The street
Hmm.
lights, the lights in the parking lot, nothing else. Only the lights in the building. And it wasn't like they even like all turned off at once. It was like they were like ding 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 ding.
You mean like right out of a horror movie?
Yeah, pretty much. Weird, dude.
Our school was haunted. For sure.
My house is fucking haunted.
So, did anybody send in any scary stories before we wrap up or no?
Oh, it doesn't fucking look like it.
Y'all are fucking
Fucking
fuckers.
bummed. Actually, we have one scary story from Cursing Squash. I
All
shit
right,
myself
shoot.
because I got scared. It's a great story.
It's a wonderful story.
That's a fucking fantastic story.
I love that story.
Loved it.
But you know what?
None of you guys
But
participated.
you know what, bro?
Tisk,
You
tisk,
know what?
tisk. Roman, I know you
You
have
know
one
what,
more
bro?
spooky story.
I do. Actually, I do. I
I know you
do.
do.
I I told this on the very first Monday Night Mayhem. And it's not so much, I wouldn't say it's spooky, but it's more so ominous, if that makes sense. So I had to walk to the so do you know by my place where the Sunoco is?
Yep.
Like, yeah. Okay. So I had to walk like right near there to get the bus to go to school every single morning. This is in our senior year. And so I'm walking, and now, mind y'all, it's like pitch black outside, but like the sun is starting to peek through. But it's a cloudy day, so it's mostly clouds. There's like no sun, right? So I'm walking, and I'm 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 chilling. I rem I remember I was listening to "Rainy Days" by Eminem, and just as M starts rapping, I look up into the sky, and the sky is like bright, like it's like the sky was being lit, right? But the clouds were open, and for a half a second, I saw a silver, like the front of a silver thing, like the front of a silver orb or like a ship or something, and like the sun was like above it, and I saw it, and then like the clouds covered it, and I don't know what I saw, but I saw something go into the clouds. And I told everybody at school, and the only one that that you know believed me was Roland. Everyone else thought that like saw something.
I think
Or
Brock believed you too because he saw shit too.
well, right, no, but like I'm saying, everyone else thought that I was just seeing shit. But no, I saw something, and I know for a fact that I saw something. I think I saw a UFO. I have no proof of it, but I saw something.
That's what
And
sucks. You
to this
rarely
day,
do because you're in such shock and awe that you don't have the time to really pull your phone out. You know what I mean?
yeah, and when I pulled my phone out, the sky was back to being like pitch black again. But like the reason that I looked up was that I thought the sun was coming out, but it wasn't. I saw like this silver orb or this silver piece of a ship that then went back into the clouds, and like the sky closed. The sky was open and it closed. It was weird. It was like something heavenly or something.
Interesting.
Like, yeah. Hail,
Yo,
Rolo,
questioners,
and
what's up, dude?
what's up, questioners? How you doing, sir?
We're actually not too far from wrapping up, buddy. But if you got any spooky stories you want to share, I could send you the link. We're doing scary, spooky stories. Actually, I was watching Normal World from a couple weeks ago, and gosh, I believe her name was Jennifer, who was on their show, and she was hilarious. But she grew up in a haunted house. It's a really interesting. Well, you don't have to have a knack. It's just anything weird, unexplainable ever happened to you. Anything spooky? You ever been in a situation where you're like, "Wow, that's paranormal"? Because we have, not together, but in different locations. But she's talking about her haunted house, right? And um, Dave told, and I think you guys should watch that entire episode. It's really good. But Dave told his story, which he's told before on the show, so I don't feel bad about telling it. Real fast in shitty layman's terms. Well, I mean, so do I, but like I've still seen some shit that I'm like, what the fuck? But anyway, um, basically he was doing a comedy show in like with a couple other comedians in this woman's house who was haunted. Like her and her husband lived there. And at one point, he was in the upstairs where there was a radio, and he was like grabbing something, and she was grabbing her keys, and the radio turned on, and it was like it like said her name, and she like fucking froze, and he was like, "Is that your name?" And she was like, "Yeah," and then it just like turned into this commercial for this one restaurant. I'm not gonna like tell the full story, but it turned into this commercial for this one restaurant, and she kind of like fell over and started crying, and her husband came up and like figured out what was going on, and she said like, "Who are you? What do you want?" And it said like, "Dad, I love you." And like you find out that like her dad used to take her to that restaurant that the ad was played for. And Dave
Oh,
thought he was going
what?
to some bullshit fucking thing. Yeah, he thought he was going to like some like to meme on like some this is a haunted house type of thing. And he said that he got home and his wife was like, "Hey, did you see a ghost?" And he goes, "Yeah, I think I did." And she was like, "Was it scary?" And he goes, "No, I actually think it was one of the most beautiful things I ever saw in my life." And he will swear to that story. And he's told it a couple times on the show. But I mean, I believe it as somebody who's come from a house where I've had people I've had not people, I've had something put its hand on my shoulder hard a couple times. I've been whipped around. I've had sinks and shit turn on. I've had toilets flush when no one's home upstairs when I'm downstairs. Doors fly open. My ex-girlfriend got scratched a couple weeks right before she cheated on me. The ghost got my back at least. Seriously, dude, we're sitting here on the couch. We're literally sitting here on the current couch that I'm on right now. Watching a movie. Ow, what the fuck? And I'm like, what? What happened to you? She looks down, pulls her sleeve up. There's a fucking scratch on her arm. Under her sleeve. Like a cat almost. Like 3 claw marks up her arm. And we both freaked the fuck out. Because it was not there. And I can tell you it definitely wasn't there because I didn't have a sweatshirt on her like 30 minutes before that. Yeah, creepy
Jesus,
shit.
man.
The ghost was like, fuck this bitch. Get her out of here. I mean, it's not just me. It's been people that have stayed at my house when we're not here. We've, like, my dad and I, like, we had a locksmith come the one time. I've told this story. We've had a locksmith come the one time. And he was like, "You got ghosts?" We're like, "Yeah." And he goes, "All right, I'm gonna fix your lock and get the fuck out of here." Like, we were like, "How do you know?" Like, he literally whipped around while changing the lock and was like, "You guys have ghosts?" Like, that's creepy as shit. We didn't say nothing to the guy. He's just sitting there working on the lock. We're standing there like shooting the shit, and all of a sudden he stops talking and goes, "Do you guys have ghosts?" Serious as a fucking heart attack. Like,
Yeah, it's wild, man.
that's fucking nutty. Guy I've never been to our house, doesn't know anything about this anything like that. Like, I don't know, bro. Even last night, I was getting vibes. I was getting really weird fucking vibes. I was sitting here, not in my office, but in my bedroom, which is next to my office, and I'm sitting there, and I woke up at 2 in the morning. So I'm like editing some shit. And I'm like fuck it, I can't fall asleep. I'm like watching the rest of like Ryan's live stream or whatever. Finishing up the very end of Forbidden Frontier on Erotic Live, and I'm like, I just can't fall asleep, right? All of a sudden, I hear from this room that I'm in currently, just like, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, it sounded like somebody just punched the shit out of like either the floor or my couch. Like, what the fuck? Did my dad fall? So I get up and I look. Ain't nobody in here. Ain't nobody in here, bro. I'm like,
Hell no.
this was last night. This has not happened in a long time. It felt like somebody fell or punched or whatever. Literally, you know how thin my walls are.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like if if I'm playing music in the one room and I say, "Yo, Roman, I gotta show you my new lightsaber or my fucking this is what I did with the fish tank in the other room," like you can hear the music from the other room clear as day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I didn't hear a person walk into my room. This was last night, dude. Because I
Are you
thought
sure
maybe my
that
dad.
Chino wasn't? Are you
She
sure
was
that
with my
Chino
mom.
wasn't like?
She was with my mom and my dad was asleep. I checked their room. I was like, I thought maybe like my dad was in here trying to, take Azula out or something. Yeah, that wasn't it. Something made a really fucking loud noise in this room last night. Nothing is out of the ordinary either. And as soon as I went in here with my flashlight on and looked around and didn't see a person lying on the floor, as in my dad, like maybe he fell because he has done that tomorrow. Dude, I legitimately, I got chills. I was like, you know what? I'm going back to bed. Fuck this. Good night. I literally, I talked to it. I go, good night, buddy. If you want to hang out, see you later. Like, it felt like somebody that was just like, they walked up and had a long day at work. And, I'll just do it. Hold on, let me put the fucking camera on. It looked like somebody went like this. Like, that's what it fucking sounded like, but like louder. Much louder. Much louder. And that's what it sounded like, dude. It sounded like the thump that I made earlier. But like as if they just like as if fucking I don't know, like Master Chief fucking sat down. Like a heavy motherfucker sat down on his couch. That's what it fucking felt like. I heard it up against the wall.
That's wild.
I'm telling you, that was the first time, and I know every sound in this house because I've been living here for almost 25 years. I can tell when my parents are walking through the house. I can tell when my dog is walking through the house, and I can tell when my dad's walking through the house, and I can tell when it's not one of the three of them. I didn't hear any walking because I was up. All I heard was all of a sudden somebody sit down on my couch, and it was heavy as fuck. Or at least punch it. Like punch the metal to make it make that sound. I was like, what the fuck was that? And I sat there and I listened and I paused the video. Like it was like over my video that I was watching in my room. It was louder than that to the point where I was like, that's right up against my wall. Maybe get up and look. When I went and looked, I was like, oh, is this happening again? Are you chilling again? Okay, what up? And I just went back to bed. Because my dad ain't in my room and he's not in the bathroom across the hall from me, and he's not downstairs, which the light would be on if he was. Dead. It wasn't him. And he's the only person that's going to be up and in that room at that time of night. And that's only because he's checking on the snake.
Yeah, like if Chino wasn't with your mom, I would have said maybe she like bumped your couch or something.
She's
But
always with my mom or
Chino,
me.
right?
It's extremely rare that she doesn't want to come upstairs with us, and that's usually when she's not feeling well. She just wants to sleep in her crate. Thanks, questioners. Hold on. Let me put the fucking mask back on. Let me get my outfit back out. My point is, whether you guys believe it or not, I live in a haunted house. I literally could not believe it last night. I was like, "Oh no shit!" Like now you're fucking showing yourself again. It's been like a couple of years.
Yeah, like
Questions. You look great, buddy. You look great, buddy. Don't worry.
bro was just vibing out and then just decided to make himself known.
Well, nah, dude. I literally go to like when I go downstairs in the middle of the night, it's pitch black. I always feel like I'm being watched from like the corner by the basement door. And there's a chair there too. That's the best part. I'm like, why did we put a chair there? And I'm always like, what up, dude? And then I just do my shit. Then I go back. Well, of course the food tastes better. Your lovely bride is making it for you.
I mean, the way I see it, I kind of respect your view because like you're like this thing's not hurting me, so I'm not gonna
No, I'm
make
not
you
gonna
worry
fuck with
about
it, bro.
it.
It could be krill for all I know.
She is too good at cooking.
There's no such thing as a woman that's too good at cooking. Hold on. I gotta fucking.
That
God damn it. My
I knew that.
mustache. Roman knows I'm trying to put my mask back on right now. Fuck me, dude.
I can hear it on your face.
You can hear it on my face.
Yeah.
Well, I
can-
mean, like, I guess you're right.
What?
No, I guess he's right in that aspect. Like, yeah, there is one woman that's too good at cooking, and it's my wife. No, I understand. Yeah. Every man should think of his wife in that aspect. Oh, fuck. Dude. I just want to take a sip of my drink. Really, questioners, you've never had an experience where like that was fucking weird? Like ever? Nobody in chat has ever had an experience where they're like, that's fucking weird. Hell yeah, just for you. All right, well, like weird experiences, we can save that for a different time. But like, have you ever had anything unexplained? You've just never been in a situation where you're like, well, that's fucking weird. I can't explain how that happened. All right, well, that fits. That fits. I've had strange experiences, more guardian angel stuff. Yeah, that fits. Talked about demons earlier. Isn't that correct, Roman?
That is indeed correct.
I am going to actually, by the end of the show, which is going to be very soon. Yo, fuck yeah, questioners. We eat demons for breakfast. Real Tolkien boys. Hold on. Chat.
My man.
As your local vampiric cult leader tonight. Hold on, let me make this full screen. There we go. Now it makes the fire on my screen glow off of my face. As my eyes will follow you everywhere you go. Ha. My high school was haunted by dead nuns. That's because you went to a Catholic school.
Madison, I'm in your walls right now currently.
Oh, dude, this mask is sick as shit. I don't know where it's from, but it's like I got faces. But here's the best part about it. I can take a drink through my mask without getting it wet. Oh, it's the perfect mask, but it creeps a lot of people out, dude. My eyes aren't even like bulging. It just looks like they're bulging because of the way the mask is. I'm just staring at you like normal.
I'm gonna take a potato chip. Nah, I'm gonna eat it.
I'm gonna eat it. Isn't that a clip? Did we get rid of that?
We never had that as a clip.
And I'll eat it. No, I think Muffler, or I think Crimson has it.
Crimson has it. We don't have any more room for clips. We gotta,
all right, you're a grabber, dude.
Excuse me?
The grabber. A grabber.
I'm gonna grab you and I'm gonna tickle you.
Don't do that.
Nah, man, I'm gonna grab you and I'm gonna tickle you. I think, unless y'all have anything super spooky, this is a good time.
Yeah, I mean, it's a interesting Monday Night Mayhem. It's a little impromptu. It's fun.
It was fun.
It's Halloween, so Halloween week. But guys, we had to do it. Like, we had to get all this Monday Night Mayhem-y stuff out. We kind of treated this one like we did the original, which was just talking about shit that is, quite frankly, scary. Roman, what do you think is the scariest thing you heard tonight?
Definitely the meteor heading towards Earth, or the thing heading towards Earth.
I think space. Sure. Yeah, space is scary as fuck.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's some spooky stories and there's some creepy shit, but space is most likely the thing that's going to get us all. And I think that is something that a lot of people should think about. But when it comes down to it, I think this was a good show because on Friday, Wednesday we're doing a full review of Chainsaw Man on Crimson Law's channel. So everybody subscribe to Crimson Law. Go and check out Crimson Law because we'll be streaming there, 7 o'clock Eastern, 7:30 Eastern? Something like that?
7:30, but I don't know if you checked in the fellow artists. I might be a tad bit late for that one because I have a dentist appointment that I cannot, get out of, but I will be there.
Well, it's fine if you're a little bit. Yeah, I was going to say, it's fine if you're a little bit late. But anyway, guys, we'll be there for the Chainsaw Man Fictionology. And then Friday, because, guys, the last week of every month is always big for us because we have Monday Night Mayhem, Fictionology, and then The Roller Rumcast. And the Roller Rumcast this week is Low Halloween. So if
Low
you're
Halloween.
popping into Low Halloween, if you're in the Discord, you guys get an invite. But you got to show up either with a profile picture or dressed as a controversial YouTuber. I'm Keemstar and he's Boogie, so those are taken.
If someone comes in as Movie Bob, I will pay you. No,
Oh
it's
my
like-
god, yeah. If somebody shows up as Movie Bob, that'd be phenomenal. But, Roman, should we end the show the way we started the show? But I will play the other song? The outro song?
I think that's fine.
Alright, did you check private chat?
I did, yes.
Alright, cool. Alrighty. Well, in that case, guys, I'm going to go like a this. And Roman and I, thank you so much for joining us on this wonderful
you guys.
moment at Mayhem. You guys rock. And here is the debut of the outro. If it freaking lets me, god damn it. For the Roller Rumcast. Fuck. I fucked it up. Whatever. For the Monday Night Mayhem. Let me fix this. You son of a bitch.
Wah, wah, wah.
Of course, StreamYards has to do this. Alright, now we'll do it this way.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Yeah. Yo, I ain't saying it's aliens, but come on, bro, look. We got pyramids aligned tighter than a map book. Stone blocks stacked up, 40 tons each. Drag miles through the desert with no trucks or streets. Tell me how they carve granite with no steel tools. Perfect symmetry, man, our ancestors weren't fools. Go back and take me standing 12,000 years deep. When history said farmers barely figured out wheat. Face on Mars looking back with a cosmic grin. Either nature got jokes or somebody checked in. Sources in the sky, tic-tacs on the Navy camp. Congress whispering like, yeah, they here, fam. They been here watching, hidden in plain sight. In the ruins, in the stars, in the black of the night. From Atlantis to the moon, man. The story runs tight. Open up your third eye. Get your vision right. Roswell crash land, government locked it down. Weather balloon, man, y'all joking around. Files redacted, truth always under wraps. Ask why JFK ain't coming back from that lapse. Nazis in Antarctica with saucers on deck. Operation High Jump, yeah, what they detect. Even NASA slip up with a glitch in the feed. And a bright orb dipping quick at impossible speed. My dude, ancient texts talk about guys from the sky. Wings of fire in the clouds, people watching them fly. Could be myths or maybe tech described in disguise. But history got receipts if you read between lines. They've been here watching, hidden in plain sight. In the ruins, in the stars, in the black of the night. From Atlantis to the moon, man. The story runs tight. Open up your third eye. Get your vision right. Yeah, now I'm not saying every light is ET, that's cat, but too much smoke for it not to be a spark in the gap. From the Dogon star maps to Ezekiel's will, prophets probably saw tech they couldn't conceal. We just dance in the yard, they the kid with the legs, shining beams down, checking on us now and again. Maybe watching civilizations rising and fall, maybe warning us before we nuke it all. I ain't paranoid, bro, I'm just reading the signs. Truth ain't on the surface, gotta dig in the minds. So before you roll your eyes, just ask yourself, That's why the universe so big and we the only who exist. They've been here watching, hidden in plain sight, in the ruins, in the stars, in the back of the night. I'ma let us to the moon, man. Story runs tight. Open up your third eye, get your vision right.
Thank you for watching, guys. You have a happy Halloween. We will see you Friday night. We will see you on Crimson's channel. We love you. Peace out, guys. You rock.
I love strippers.